listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball on the Our Phils Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
And it is time for our pregame show on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network as the host team, the Phils, will take on the Hartford Yard Goats in Game 2 of this 6-game series. The Phils and the Goats will be going after one another right up until Sunday, Father's Day, here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. The Phils exploded last night. We have talked throughout this season on our broadcast on the Phils Radio Network about how explosive this offense can be, leading the league in hitting, and they've done a great job in terms of scoring 5+ runs per game. But, Jake, they did that, and they did it even in spades last night as they came up with a 14-2 whitewashing of Hartford in Game 1 of the series. Felt pretty good.
Yeah, without a doubt. It has to feel good to open up a series like that. But, yeah, Reading matched a season high, 14 runs. Last time it happened was against the Yard Goats, a team that the Phils have seen very, very well this year. Reading's hitting .331 against Hartford through now 13 games this season. They scored 10 runs in the 4th inning yesterday, which kind of is what catalyzed the entire success. And that 10 runs in the 4th inning, the most runs that Reading has scored in an inning of a game since 10 on April 17th, 2012 on the road at Richmond. So 11 years later, some history also set last night by the Phils.
So we're going to take a timeout. We come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. We'll set you up for tonight's game. And a little bit later on, we'll have a conversation with one of the stars of last night's game, Ethan Wilson, all part of our pregame show tonight here on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
International Fireworks is official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including the Diamond Mega Blast Fireworks Show, Florida's Ocean Excitement Seeding Fireworks after the National Anthem at each stadium. Thank you. International Fireworks is hereby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania. The Dugout Suite charges all the colors and fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. The Tomax Fence International Fireworks, official fireworks experience. In our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks.
Reading is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit ourphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Welcome back to Baseball Town, the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Again, the Phils and the Hartford Yard Goats tonight. And Jake, just going back and looking through the game notes and thinking to myself, when was the last time that the Phils won Game 1 of the series? And the answer is May the 2nd. And it was the series at Hartford. Now, coincidence or not, that's also the last time the Phils won a series. They won that series over Hartford 4-2. So hopefully that is a good precursor of things to come, because when you look at the standings right now, Hartford's only 2 games ahead of the Fightins.
Yeah, and it's the only series win that the Fightin' Phils have actually had so far this year. But like we said, it's a Hartford team that they see well. But look, it's a Yard Goats team that is really struggling right now. They have lost 5 in a row, 1 win in its last 10. And we had a similar conversation last week when Binghamton came to town, because they had previously lost 5 in a row. and the Fightin Phillies really kind of struggled to, kind of not say beat them while they were down, but kind of, find a way to continue to pounce on them like other teams have. So it's a similar situation this week, maybe a little bit more exasperated because I think Hartford is really struggling right now compared to how Binghamton was struggling coming in the last week's series. So, it's a chance for the Phils to really jump on a team, not while they're down. I don't think that's the right way to phrase it, but it's a team that's struggling. So, a team like Reading, if you're looking to gain some momentum as the first half comes to a close, this is a team that you can do it against.
And so the Phils last night put up 14 runs, as we said. They put up 16 hits along the way, and they played a lot of long ball, too. 5 home runs along the way, and no one was a bigger piece of that puzzle than Ethan Wilson, the left-hander, who's one of the top prospects in the Phillies organization. Had 2 home runs last night, and both of them 2-run home runs. Jake, in our postgame, got a chance to talk with Ethan Wilson, one of our stars of last night's game. Here is the conversation Jake had with Ethan Wilson last night.
What a win tonight for the Reading Fightin Phils. 14-2 victory over the Hartford Yard Goats to open up a 6-game series back at home. First of all, Ethan, just a big win like that, what can that do for the mojo of this squad?
It feels great. It feels great. I mean, I think we've been playing good all year. We just, we've gotten unfortunate with the win-loss record, but, we show up every day ready to work, and it feels good to, score some runs, and the pitching was really good tonight, too. So.
And for you personally, 3 hits, a pair of home runs. First 2 home run game of the year, only the second time one of you guys have hit 2 home runs in a game this year. What was clicking right for you at the plate tonight?
I mean, I didn't really change anything, just, trusting the approach that I had going into the game. Henny and Kevin do a really good job with us. We had a good plan, and, I just executed that plan tonight.
Victor Vargas on the mound tonight went a season-high 6 innings. How was it working behind him?
No, he's great. He threw strikes, and, when the pitchers come out there and throw strikes, we'll make plays behind them. So, no free passes, and, he threw a really good game tonight.
And lastly, as this first half begins to round down, 11 games left to go, obviously a little less than 2 weeks away from everything kind of resetting, but what's the mindset going to be like these final 2 weeks to finish that first half strong?
Yeah, man, just, keep showing up every day ready to work. Offensively, I feel like we have one of the best offenses in AA, so, just showing up and just continuing to score runs, and at the end of the day, that's all you can do. So I think the wins will take care of itself in the second half. So I'm looking forward to it.
Ethan Wilson, great win, great game tonight. Appreciate you joining us for a couple of minutes post-game.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Jake.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Phillies fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Phillies fans, see an Phillies road game, meet with an Phillies player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Phillies road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Phillies in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Phillies player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Phillies fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
So here's the pitching matchup for tonight's game. Tyler Phillips will get the ball for the Fightins, a right-hander, and a right-hander, Case Williams, who was shaken up, missed his last 2 turns in the rotation, will get the ball for the Yard Goats. Case Williams are the top prospects in the Colorado Rockies organization, but they are 2 pitchers who have struggled of late. They've had good games, and they have had not so good games, and Tyler Phillips kind of personifies that. A couple starts ago, he had a perfect game going through 5 innings. Ultimately lost the perfect game, but got the win. But his last time out against Binghamton, it was not a successful night for Tyler Phillips. He's talked to us about being the guy who wants to be the leader of this young pitching rotation and get that stopper role that comes up with a big win. So again, he's not in a position to stop a losing streak. But again, he's in a position where he can set a tone if he can keep Hartford down a bit and let the offense do its work, and then the Phils can maybe feed off of last night's win.
Yeah, and Tyler Phillips is a guy who mentally can handle bouncing back from adversity like we saw, last time out. He's a guy who talks that when I have a bad outing, I need to get rid of it. I need to flush it and move forward really quickly, and that's something that Phillips has been really good at this year. He's talked about a lot about, mental fortitude and just being able to be strong mentally on the mound, and it's something that he's really worked hard on, and we've seen those results this year. And I have a good feeling, knowing Tyler, that he's going to bounce back the way that we know he can. And and two, you look at last night, the way Vargas and the whole staff pitched, it almost seemed like the approach was different. The staff, granted, Vargas is not a strikeout pitcher, but the staff struck out only 3 guys last night. So you wonder if there's maybe some sort of an approach change here where let's try not to be so perfect. Let's try not to miss bats. Let's just make quality pitches. Don't worry about fine-tuning everything, and just let them put it in play.
Put it in play and keep it in the ballpark, which has been a problem for this staff. On the opposite side, the Fightins took care of business by knocking it out of the park, again, in pursuit of that 14-2 win last night. Fightins will go for Game 2 of the series, and we'll have it for you. We'll take a timeout in the Running Fight Phil's Radio Network. We'll be back with starting lineups, first pitch, right after this.
Can't make it to the ballpark? The Phil's Radio Network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 Phil's home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin' Phil's YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at rphils.com/radio.
The Savage Auto Group Ram Club puts you close to the action on the field, with seating in the front 2 rows located directly behind the Fightin' Phil's bullpen down the right field line. Fans will enjoy terrific waitress service and have counter space for their food and drink. Fans can reserve the area for 36 people or book any amount of tickets.
Keep up with everything Phil's on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightins, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin' Phils, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium, the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Hartford Yard Goats set to begin Game 2 of this 6-game stand. The Phils, with a win last night, are now 22-35 on the season. The Goats at 24-33. So just 2 games separating these 2 teams, and trying to, if you will, for the Phils, move out of last place in the Northeast Division of the Eastern League for the first time all season. As we've talked about in last night's game, we've talked about for the last week or so, it's all window dressing because the whole season will reboot after next week's road trip for the Phils to Portland, and that last home series of June 28th, when the Phils come back here to FirstEnergy Stadium, take on Richmond. It'll start the second half of the season, and everybody will start at 0-0. It's time for us to take a look at our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Yard Goats. A little shuffling of the deck for Kristen Orfeo in terms of his lineup in some regards tonight. Nico Decalotti, who did not play last night, gets the start and is the leadoff man. Brett Boswell, who was at the bottom of the order, moves up to the number 2 spot. Hunter Goodman, no reason to move him out of the 3-hole. Grant Levine bats cleanup tonight. Drew Romo bats 5th. Zach Veen now down to the 6th spot in the Yard Goats lineup. Vladimir Restituyo, who had been predominantly their leadoff hitter all year long, now bats 7th. Jack Blumgren bats 8th, and Eddie Diaz bats 9th, and they will face right-hand pitcher for the Fightins, Tyler Phillips.
Tyler Phillips, as we said, trying to have a bit of a bounce-back outing here, making his 11th appearance of the year. 10th start, 1-4, 6.89 ERA, 60 hits allowed, 18 walks, 44 strikeouts, over 47 innings pitched. Opponents hitting .313 against Phillips. But I think we talked about it last time with Phillips. He is always going to be in and around the zone. He throws strikes. So opponents know that about him. They're going to be aggressive early in counts. So for Phillips, the question becomes, is it more pitching backwards, or is it just hitting better spots with that fastball? That can be the difference between a last start and this start.
Skies have cleared through rain and some storms throughout the day, but sun is shining now, and a beautiful night here at the ballpark. Our EPAW weather consulting source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Nico Decalotti comes out swinging and hits a one-hopper right to McCarthy Tatum at third base, and no problem for the third baseman. Our game time temperature, a beautiful 70 degrees, winds at about 7 to gusts up to about 14 miles an hour, and again, blowing out to right field here at America's Classic Ballpark. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Tyler Phillips, as Brett Boswell now will step in. One of 4 lefties in the lineup tonight for the Yard Goats, 3 left-handers and a switch hitter in Drew Romo, who will bat left-handed. The first pitch to Tyler Phillips, or by Tyler Phillips, is over for a called strike, and the second just misses outside. So it's 1-1 to Boswell, who's hitting .192 on the season. Phillips gets the ball and will work quickly when on early. 1-1 pitch by him. Tapped back through the middle. Casey Martin ranges to the second base side of the bag and makes the throw. 2 up, 2 ground outs so far for Tyler Phillips.
I mean, it's a very similar approach that we saw from Victor Vargas last night. And granted, the aggressiveness, I think, of these Hartford hitters, I believe last night, Restituyo swung at the first pitch of the game as well, flew it out to the center fielder, Johan Rojas. So they're being aggressive, and I think the R-Phils know that. So Phillips, it's, hey, if I can hit my spots with my pitches, I'm going to get weak contact.
So that'll bring up Hunter Goodman, who very rarely gets weak contact. He's got 17 home runs, which leads the Eastern League, and a monstrous 55 RBIs so far in the season. Went 1 for 4 with a single in last night's game. First pitch is a ball. The second one also misses. It's 2-0. Matthew Kroon is in left field tonight. Johan Rojas in center. Ethan Wilson moves from left to right field tonight. Nick Podko back at first. Oliver Dunn again is at second. Casey Martin, who just got called up from Jersey Shore, who just made that play for the Phils, is at shortstop, and McCarthy Tatum at third. Max McDowell dinged up a little bit in the tail end of that Binghamton series. Did not catch the last couple of games. He's back behind the plate for the Phils, as Hunter Goodman now in a 2 balls and 1 strike count calls time. Tyler Phillips is locked and loaded and ready to deliver his 2-1 pitch. And it's way inside. It's 3-1. Goodman, average-wise, just .239 on the season, but he is a thumper in the middle of that lineup to say the least. 3-1 pitch to him. He's over at the knees for a called strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Goodman.
It's a quality spot from Tyler Phillips. 3-1 fastball. He dots down and in on the corner.
And back with the 3-2. Swing and a miss. D-right 3. Outstanding start for Tyler Phillips as he retires the Goats 1-2-3 here in the first. We'll take a timeout. We get back and ready Fightin' Phil's Radio Network. The Phils will bat for the first time tonight.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Our Golden Oaks landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Matthew Kroon is in the leadoff spot tonight for the Fights. Carlos De La Cruz in his usual 2 spot. Johan Rojas is 3rd. Ethan Wilson is batting cleanup tonight after his 2-home run performance last night. Nick Podkul is batting 5th. Casey Martin, the recent call-up, bats 6th. Oliver Dunn bats 7th. McCarthy Tatum and Max McDowell both were not in the lineup tonight. They bat 8th and 9th, respectively. Kroon swings at the first pitch, rolls one to short. Jack Blumgren up with it. And the throw across the diamond is not in time. Matthew Kroon beats it out. That'll be an infield base hit.
Yeah, ball was not hit very hard, 85 off the bat. And Kroon put his head down and was busting it. That shows, like I said, the mindset of this team right now. They don't care where they are in the standings. They don't care what their record is. They're still playing hard every pitch, every out.
They had at least 2, if not at least 3 of them last night. Balls where they beat the throw to the bag because of hustle. Casey Martin beat out 2 of them. Now Matthew Kroon gets the base hit and gets things started for the Phils as Carlos De La Cruz now will bat. And first pitch is a strike to De La Cruz. Phils facing right-handed pitcher Case Williams, number 25 prospect in the Rockies organization when this season began. And the young right-hander with a long look to Kroon comes with the 0-1 delivery, and in the hole, Blumgren will make the backhanded stop, but he'll have no play. Another infield base hit for the Fightins.
Make that 29-game on-base streak for Carlos De La Cruz. But here's the case on Case Williams. 3rd start of the season against Reading. 0-1, 11 earned runs over 8 2/3. He got roughed up on May 3rd for 8 runs over just 3 innings. His 10th start, he's 1-5, a 7.59 ERA, but he hasn't pitched since May 26. Came off the IL today. Played at Altoona that day when he got hurt. 4 innings, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits and a no decision.
So that will bring up Johan Rojas. Johan with 3 more hits last night and a team-high 71 hits on the year. One of the top in the Eastern League. He lays down a bunt, but he'll bunt this one. It'll roll foul.
I don't hate it.
Nope.
We'll see. I don't know if we'll do it again now that they're expecting it. Boswell's going to play up at 3rd. Or, maybe they'll give it another shot knowing his speed. If you play, worst case scenario, what you want is the runners move up. Best case scenario is it's a bunt and hit.
Well, the other thing it does is, as you said, it makes Boswell come up. Now, he's all but on the grass, and Johan Rojas can turn on a pitch, and that makes him less likely to feel a ball hit hard at him. As Rojas drives it instead to left field, Bean takes a couple steps back and then will settle underneath it. Rojas hit it hard, but not hard enough. And Zach Bean makes the catch for out number 1 here in the 1st.
Yeah, gave it a good ride, but kind of just a case there of doing off-speed pitch, so really just didn't have a lot of velocity coming in, so doesn't have a lot of velocity coming out.
Yeah, he hit it a little bit off the front foot, and so he didn't get it all, and so now it's 1st and 2nd and 1 out, and Ethan Wilson will bat. If you're watching tonight's game on MILB TV and seeing that the Phils look like they might have a different uniform on, they do indeed. Today is Flag Day and military appreciation here at the ballpark. So the Phils wearing white uniforms with a green undertone, and you'll see them in the field wearing a green military-looking hat. The numbers look very West Pointish, if you will, in terms if you're an Army-Navy football fan. They look somewhat similar. And number of the players are wearing the names on the back of the jerseys, not of their own, but of veterans. And these uniforms will also be auctioned off in the future as well. Ethan Wilson bats, 1 ball and 1 strike to the left-hander. Williams takes a look back at Kroon at 2nd, comes with a pitch that's way up high, and it's 2-1.
Wilson had an excellent night last night, 2-home run game. There's the 2nd multi-home run game by an RFIL this year. Last time was Johan Rojas back on May 28th against Harrisburg.
So Crew the runner at second. He singled. Carlos De La Cruz at first. He also singled. 2-1 pitch, driven into right field, but way out in front of it. Home run distance, but way foul off the bat of Ethan Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, gave it a ride. Just way up and in, kind of tucked up towards that chin. Wilson somehow was able to still pull the hands in and get a lot of barrel on it. Abelto hit it foul.
I'm not going to say he was out in front of it, but if you go to Mike's Sandwich Shop for a sandwich, you might find that baseball laying on the front porch. There's time is called by Ethan Wilson at home plate. Today's our Phil's team leader, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, is Ethan Wilson in the RBI column with his 4 RBIs last night and on the 2 home runs. He now takes the lead at 33 as he takes one inside or low as well, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's today's Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, our Phil's team leader. You can call her at 484-554-9969.
Checked it off on the bingo card for tonight. Got it out of the way early, too.
Yes, indeed.
See if it changes tonight.
It did last night.
Hopefully Wilson can tack on.
He's in a great spot to do it right now. Runners take off, and Wilson will lift this one up in the infield in foul territory. First baseman Grant Levine will take charge and make the catch, and so both runners had to scamper back to first base. That's 2 out now here in the first.
Yeah, no, I mean, goes off speed pitch. Was a bit up in the zone, but Wilson just kind of threw the bat head at it, got under it, and now we're going to have a mound visit here. It looks like it's going to be the athletic trainer, Coy Coker. And remember, Case Williams coming off the IL, so.
Right, this is his first start since May 26th. And so clearly they either didn't see something in terms of velocity, in terms of what he was doing. So Kristen Orfeo takes time, and this will not count as an official visit. This is more because of an injury situation, quite obviously, to find out, make sure Case Williams is okay. Somebody saw something they didn't like.
Didn't look like he was laboring or anything.
No. Again, all I can figure out is if they thought his velocity didn't seem right. So that will bring Nick Podkul to the plate. Podkul had a couple hits last night. Could have had 4, ended up with 2. He had a couple of stolen away from him. Tyler Henson coaching at third base tonight. Hitting coach for the RFILs. Managing the team in the absence of Al Padrica. He'll rejoin the team next week. Ray Ricker back at first base. This one back through the middle. Eddie Diaz makes the stop and a long throw, and it's knocked down, and the run will come across and score. Matt Kroon kept on running. Levine picked it up and threw to third, but De La Cruz stayed put at second, so the Phils will put a run on the board and get the early lead again.
So it sounds like it'll be a base hit. See if it's an error that allows the run to score, but nonetheless, second night in a row, we're on a ground ball in the infield. Runner just keeps going. Matthew Kroon, give him credit, just kept rolling. De La Cruz made a big turn around the bag. Levine went to Boswell at third. Probably should have went to the second base bag because De La Cruz was not that far towards third.
That'll bring up Casey Martin. Swing. It's a one-hopper right back to Case Williams. He'll take the toss to first, and that'll do it for the Phils in the first. But 1 run across. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 2 after 1 at America's Classic Ballpark. Reading 1, Hartford nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
So we head to the top of the second. Again, the Phils with a run. We were waiting for the official scoring, and we've got it. We knew it was a base hit for Nick Podko. Weren't sure if they were going to give him an RBI, but they did. So Podko gets the RBI on, again, the great base running of Matthew Kroon puts the Phils on top 1-0. As Grant Levine will lead it off for the Yard Goats here in the second, facing Tyler Phillips, who had himself a 1-2-3 first inning. Levine at 247 on the season, 6 home runs and 19 RBIs on the year. He was 0 for 4 in last night's game. And Phillips, after missing on the first pitch, comes back with the off-speed pitch, and Levine way out in front of it. So now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tries to get a chase outside. Now it's 2-1. Here's one fouled out of play, so now we do have a change in that scoring. It will not be an RBI for Podko. They changed it to an error on the throw, so it is a base hit for Podko. But on the throw, it's an error charge to second baseman Eddie Diaz that allows the run to score. Here's one slowly rolled till Nick Podko at first base. He'll make the play all by his lonesome. And 1 down here in the first for the Yard Goats.
Yeah, another nice job by Tyler Phillips. Just, throwing quality strikes. I mean, looking at kind of like the strike zone that we have in front of us here, like every pitch from Phillips, I've not really seen anything like that middle area of the zone. Everything is kind of peppered, on the inside and outside corners, up and down edges of the zone.
That'll bring up Drew Romo. Romo, the switch hitter, batting left against the right-handed pitching Tyler Phillips. And the first pitch from Tyler is over for a called strike. Romo 1 for 3 last night's game, average at 225 as he stands in. He rolls this one foul and into the Phils dugout. Speared by Tyler Henson on a one-hop. One-handed on the one-hop. 7 doubles, 4 home runs for Romo. 18 RBIs from one of the top prospects in the Colorado Rockies organization. Really good defensively. Tapped this one foul. And the helmet saved by Luis Lopez, coaching at first. Didn't stay in the helmet. And Nick Podko has to run it down.
Those two have a good laugh about that, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Tried to grab it in the helmet. He made contact, but it didn't stay. So it's 1-0-2 now to Romo. Swing and a miss, strike 3, second strikeout for Tyler Phillips. 2 down in the second.
95 on that fastball from Phillips, and that's another nice thing he's done is he's mixed speeds really well. So, he's using that, those slower curveballs to, make those fastballs look faster and vice versa.
Well, Drew Romo, who's just struck out, is number 4 prospect in the Colorado Rockies organization. Here's the number 2 prospect in Zach Veen. A young left-hander steps in and takes one for a called strike, hitting at just 212 after a 1 for 4 night last night. First pitch from Phillips, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball over for a called strike on the outside corner. Phillips working quickly and quickly gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
I mean, when the guy's in a groove, he's in a groove, and he's locked in early.
And he works much quicker, and it's not abnormal for pitchers, but when they're feeling comfortable and confident, they work a whole lot faster. They don't even know there is a pitch clock at this point. There's no balls and 2 strikes now to Veen. Tries to get a chase inside and jam him. He doesn't swing. Veen with excellent speed. Not a whole lot of power. He has hit 2 home runs so far in the year. 7 doubles and a couple of triples, but great speed. Swing and a miss, in and out of the glove of McDowell. Max will make the throw down to first base. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Phillips to finish the second. 1, 2, 3 go the Yard Goats in the second. To the bottom of the second, when we come back to Baseball Town, it's 1-0 Reading on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words.
At Cornwall Manor, you can create a lifestyle and continue to live life as you want, but with added peace of mind, knowing healthcare is available when needed. As we head to the bottom half of the second inning, presented to you by Cornwall Manor in just outside of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Phil's on top 1-0. Oliver Dunn will lead it off for the Fightins here in the second. Never did get a chance to give you the defense behind the Goats tonight. Zach Bean in left. Vladimir Estatuyo is in center. Nick Decolati is in right. 0-1 pitch to Oliver Dunn is now 0-2. Grant Levine is at first. Eddie Diaz at second. Jack Blumgren is at short. Brett Boswell is at third. Drew Romo behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes now to Oliver Dunn. This one lifted into center field. Restituyo has it spotted. They'll charge in and make the catch for out number 1 here in the second.
Yeah, a bit of a jam shot there to Oliver Dunn. Case Williams came up and in tight to the lefty, which is becoming a spot where a lot of pitchers are attacking Dunn, and you're able to fight it off that time, which I think is, a confidence boost. Okay, I can catch up to that upstairs fastball. Now it's a matter of, getting the barrel on it.
McCarthy Tatum will bat. McCarthy not part of the party last night with a Phil's 16-hit attack. As he had the night off, he was 4 for 15 in the Binghamton series. Gets to start at third base tonight. Takes the first pitch from Case Williams for a called strike 1. And the breaking ball on a good one is 0-2. Williams is 21 years of age. Drafted out of high school. This one ripped down the third base line and hooking foul. Drafted by the Rockies in the 4th round in 2020 out of Douglas County High School in Colorado. So he grew up in Colorado and drafted by the Rockies organization, although the Rockies did trade him to the Cincinnati Reds, but then traded back for him a year later. No balls and 2 strikes to McCarthy Tatum. This one's way outside. We'll roll away the backstop. Fastball's at around 92 to 93. Very good curveball. Also throws a slider and a change. We've got a 4-pitch combination, but the fastball and the curve are his best 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to McCarthy Tatum. That one's way up high. And now it's 2-2.
You know what's the irony in all of this is that a part of that November 2020 trade to the Reds included Jeff Hoffman, who currently is with the Phillies.
McCarthy Tatum cannot catch up with that one. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for a strikeout for Case Williams. 2 down here in the second.
Yeah, no, nice job by Case Williams kind of bouncing back. That was all speed pitch that pretty much center cut. So it's one of those things that, the off-speed pitches so far tonight from Williams have not really been down. They've kind of been more hitterish pitches. So we'll see if they kind of adjust second time through to sit on those hanging off speeds.
That'll bring up Max McDowell, and the first pitch hits him. Unbelievable. I was just about to say that Max was kind of dinged up a little bit in that Binghamton series and got a couple of nights off, can scuffle a little bit with a bat, and you wonder how much the injuries may have played a little bit to do with that. And what happens? First pitch he stands in, hits him in the shoulder.
Well, that's number 11 this year. Leads the team in that category now by 2. I don't know if that's a category you want to lead in, but
it's not the way to fame and fortune is to lead the team in getting hit by pitches. And that'll bring up the top of the order in Matthew Kroon, who got things started for the Phils, scored the run for the Reading so far with a infield single to start the game. First pitch swinging, takes one up high. Kroon with 2 hits in last night's game, including his first home run in over a month. He's got 4 home runs on the year, 30 RBIs. But outstanding foot speed, and he showed that in that first time at the plate, not only beating it out, but coming around to score an infield single off the bat of Nick Podkul.
Well, here's one for you with that hit by pitch. Max McDowell now is in a tie for first place for most hit by pitches across the Eastern League.
So not just leading the Phils, but also leading the Eastern League. McCarthy Tatum is not far behind. 2 balls and no strikes now to Matthew Kroon. Swings at it, fouls it straight back, so now 2-1 to Kroon. Matthew, whose dad, Mark, played 5 years in Major League Baseball, played with the Padres, the Rockies, ironically enough, and with the Cincinnati Reds. Matthew last year just 2 games here in Reading before he tore his ACL. Swing and a miss here. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, climbed the ladder there, and Kroon, to him, they always say those upstairs fastballs, they look good in the eyes, so took a big swing at it, but couldn't catch up, and the lid of the head almost fell off.
Yeah, so Matthew calls time and has a meeting with himself as he walked out of the batter's box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and a beauty of the off-speed pitch. On the curveball, he retires Matthew Kroon. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Case Williams, and the Phils are retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left, 2 complete in Reading. It's the Phils 1, the Goats nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. Ooh.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. The Reading Fightin Phils 1, the Hartford Yard Goats nothing, as the Goats bat here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Vladimir Restituyo will lead it off for Hartford. It takes the first pitch from Tyler Phillips for a called strike 1. Phillips locked and loaded as he's been working very quickly so far, and comes right back with the second pitch that's fouled out of play. And I'm joined in the booth tonight, special guest in the booth tonight, Dave Patty from Customers Bank, one of the top banks not only in Berks County, but all around South Central and Central Pennsylvania, and a big supporter here in Baseball Town. Sign out on that brand new Redner's Event Center. But Dave, you're here to talk about something a little bit different than banking, and that's the Ready, Set, Read program that you guys have, that's part of the United Way program, but is also special.
That's right, Bob. And so much a part of now the stadium and this team. You know, the Reading Phils have been with us now for 8 or 9 years of Ready, Set, Read, which is a combination of volunteers and professional staff and educators from around the county working to make sure that young people get an early start, you know, kindergarten, even pre-K through 3rd grade, with fundamental reading skills, literacy skills, vocabulary skills, so that they're ready to go and hit school running.
Yeah, that's a great point. Vladimir Restituyo, by the way, grounds out the shortstop. Jack Blumgren now bats for the Yard Goats. And the 2-0 pitch to him is driven into center field. Johan Rojas will go back and back into the point, out right underneath the Customers Bank sign at center field here at Redner's Event Center, off in front of the Redner's Event Center, and Blumgren is retired for 2 down. I think one of the things they talked about in the pregame with the folks from the Ready, Set, Read program I thought was kind of interesting and maybe lost in some regards is this time of the year. The idea being having kids read during the summer so they don't kind of lose track.
And not that we would have done this when we were that age, but perhaps students aren't working as hard during the summertime. And it's really important that they keep that up, or they come back to September and they're not in the grade they should be in terms of their actual ability. So this program that we started with the United Way several years ago is geared to particularly the Reading city area and immediate suburbs, to have a reading program to reward the kids, keep reading, keep working vocabulary, come to the playgrounds, do something, have fun, have a snack, and if you complete 80% of the program, Customers Bank gives you a brand new bicycle and a helmet.
Whoa, I didn't know that. That's a whole nother level here. Now it's not just rewarding with an education, but now you got some
ice cream cone.
No, you got some material goods attached to it. That's pretty cool.
And we want to show that's the real value. Because if you can't read, if you can't read in the beginning, you can't learn through reading later in life from 4th grade on, where you're really learning to read in the first couple of grades and reading to learn later on. And so we wanted to make a serious commitment to, we want you in there. Over 200 students last year got a new bike out of the deal.
Yeah, that's tremendous. That is a really cool and a great incentive for any kid. You're gonna give, all you gotta do is read and you get a bike. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all.
Not a bad thing at all.
And it's a reward for homework that a lot of kids would buy into.
It is, and we're at the bottom of the inning, but or the half inning. But I will tell you too, very quickly, United Way is also working with us on something called the Read Alliance, which is to use high school students to tutor elementary school students, throughout the school year, so that those students don't lose and continue on.
Right.
So there's a lot going on in Reading and Berks, and United Way is right there at the top with a bunch of other businesses, not just Customers Bank.
Well, that is tremendous, and again, thank you. Thank Customers Bank for the work that you do, not only with the program and United Way, but everything you do. You are truly a community partner in Berks County, and not a lot of businesses get that, and it's a wonderful thing to have a bank like Customers Bank that does do that.
Well, thank you. We're proud to be the bank of the Reading Phillies, and working with the Fightins every day as their bank, and they've been a great partner in this whole process.
And we appreciate that. Thank you very much, and hopefully you'll get Jake Starr a bike for allowing you to use his headset.
We'll see what we can do there.
Dave Batty from Customers Bank joining us. The Fightin' Phils retiring the Yard Goats in 1-2-3. We come back. The Fightin's bat. They lead at 1-0.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency.
To the bottom of the third we head. To the bottom of the third here in Baseball Town, presented to you by Swartz-Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Thank Dave Patty from Customers Bank for spending some time with us. A great program that we're talking about with the Ready, Set, Read program, important to the Phils, important to Customers Bank and United Way as well. It's really some cool stuff as the Phils bat with a 1-0 lead. Carlos De La Cruz had an infield single his first time up, keeping his on-base streak alive. Facing Case Williams for the Yard Goats. 1-0 to De La Cruz is up high. Now it's 2-0 to Carlos De La Cruz. In the meantime, Tyler Phillips cranking out 3 good innings so far for the Fightins. Now Reading's bats trying to add to their 1-0 lead. De La Cruz fists one foul and out of play. And so now it's quickly 2 balls and 1 strike to Carlos. 2 for 5 last night, including the home run that has hit the team lead with 12 home runs, among the Eastern League leaders in home runs as well, also with 31 RBIs. This one's way up high again, and it's 3-1.
Now it's hitter's count for De La Cruz, who set homered last night. Now a 29-game on-base streak with the infield single in the first.
3-1 pitch, lifted into shallow center field. And it'll be rested Tuyo, who will take charge, and he'll make the catch, the center fielder, for out number 1 here in the third.
Yeah, that was a upstairs off-speed pitch that up in the zone again, but De La Cruz just got under it. Like I said, Williams leaving a lot of off-speed stuff up in the zone, So, see if there's an adjustment on the Phil's side offensively to, maybe try and stay more on top of those balls and start to drive those quote-unquote mistake pitches.
He got Johan Rojas out on a breaking ball. Johan out in front of it a little bit, drove it to left field his first time up. And the first pitch to Rojas is just inside for a ball. Johan with his 3 hits last night, as I mentioned in his first at-bat, 71 hits, now second in the Eastern League in total hits. This one will be one more as he drives this one down the right field line. And it's going to roll all the way to the fence. Rojas around first, and he will cruise into second base with a stand-up double.
The minute that one started to sneak its way towards the corner, Rojas was thinking, can I get a triple for the second straight night? And the third time in 4 games, but nice job by Nico Decolati in right field to quickly play it off the wall, and Tyler Henson, the big stop sign on Rojas. Stop there. Let's get it over to Wilson now.
11 doubles now on the season for Johan Rojas. He's in scoring position for Ethan Wilson. Wilson popped up, fouled out, to be specific, to first baseman Grant Levine, his first time up. Good piece of hitting there by Rojas, going the other way with that pitch on the outside part of the corner, part of the plate. It's always good signs. Now it's way up high. Rojas' average continue to climb as he continues to stay hot, racking up those hits at 307 coming in. Also among the Eastern League leaders in that category as well. Ethan Wilson, 1 ball and no strikes to the left-hander. Williams takes a look back at Rojas. Delivers outside for a ball. It's 2-0. So Williams paying a lot of attention to Johan Rojas, and rightfully so. Johan has stolen 18 bases on the season. In the meantime, he's lost 2 pitches to Ethan Wilson, but he comes back with the off-speed pitch. Wilson thinking he's going to get a 2-0 fastball and didn't. Looked like it might have been a changeup from Case Williams. But the off-speed pitch had Ethan Wilson way out in front of it for strike 1. The 1 pitch is lifted up and foul and out of play. Romo will give it chase, but he'll run out of room. It bounces into the seats. And caught by a fan with a glove on a hop. Didn't even have to move. The ball came to him.
Must have had the little index cards that outfielders had.
Right.
Had that one
Check
scattered perfectly.
See where they wanted him to play. So it's now 2-2 to Ethan Wilson. In both infield and outfield play, Wilson pretty much around the pull. Not a lot, but more to the pull side. This one pulled foul and off the netting over the top of the Phil's dugout on the first base side.
Yeah, one hop towards the dugout. I mean, 97 coming right at you if you're in the dugout. That's, I feel like got to be a little scary.
So it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. Man on second, 1 out. Top half of the third. Phil's lead at 1-0. This one's way up high. Now the count is full.
It's funny. We had a guy last year on the Cape, Cam Collier, played at Chipola Junior College. Same college as Andrew Baker, just a couple of years later. Now plays in the Reds organization, their single-A affiliate Daytona. And I'll continue the story after this pitch.
3-2. Again, fouls it up. Again, Romo will give it chase, but again, it will hit and become a souvenir.
Yeah, in and out of that fan's hands. But his dad, Luke Collier, former big leaguer. We were at Wareham, which is a town just off the Cape, for a game last year. Dugout getting peppered with foul balls, at least 5 or 6 during the game. So Collier's like, I'm not taking no risk. He put a catcher's mask on when he was in the dugout for like the last 5 innings of the game.
Better play it safe than sorry. Count remains 3-2 to Ethan Wilson. And again, he'll foul one down the third baseline. Brett Boswell will give it chase, but he'll run out of room. And so Wilson staying alive at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hasn't been that bad from Ethan Wilson so far.
Pitch count now for Case Williams up at 42. Again, it's very interesting in the first inning. At one point in time, the Yard Goats called time. And Kristen Orphea came out with the trainer, took a look at Case Williams. Whatever it was they saw or thought they saw, he says he's fine, and he's stayed out there obviously since that point. 3-2 pitch. Checked his swing, or did he? Yes, he did, and that's ball 4.
I think that's the right call by Pete Talkington, the third base ump and the crew chief of this staff, and Jae Young Kim wasting. A lot of times home plate umps will say, "I want to take that call into my own hands." but credit where credit is due. Jay Young came immediately, said, give me help, and Talkington said no swing, which from up here looked like Wilson was able to hold the trigger back.
Yeah, the body went around, but the bat he held back, and so that's ultimately what gets him the call and gets him the walk, which will bring Nick Podkill to the plate. First pitch swinging on foul. This one out of play down the first base line. Podkill got the hit that has the Phils on the board at 1-0. He did not get credit for the RBI. Ground ball back through the middle that Eddie Diaz, the second baseman, fielded well on the shortstop side of the bag and then tried to make the throw that ultimately Podkill was safe on, but the throw got away from the first baseman, Grant Levine, which allowed Matthew Kroon to score. This one ripped down the third base line, and that too is fouled. It'll scatter the yard goat bullpen for cover.
It's also kind of appropriate Podkill singled on such a softly hit ground ball in the first, because last night had a few base hits taken away from balls that were hit, well over 100, 105, 110 off the bat. So, baseball's a crazy sport. You'll hit one 110 and you'll hit into an out. You'll hit one at 80 off the bat and you'll get yourself a single.
So it's no balls and 2 strikes right now to Podkill with 2 on and 1 out. That one's way up high. Now it's 1 and 2. Yeah, Podkill was 2 for 5 officially last night, but if the gods were different, he might have been 4 for 5. Casey Martin waits on deck for the Fightins. Rojas takes off. Podkill swings and fouls it off. So Johan will have to go back to second base. Phil spread the souvenirs around here in this first inning, or this third inning, excuse me. Late arriving crowd with the on and off showers throughout the day here in Berks County, but sun-splashed skies tonight. Both grandstands are full. The pool is full. This one lifted into left field. Zach Bean goes back on it. He'll make the catch. Johan Rojas went halfway, so he'll have to go back to second base. Both runners will stay put. Now 2 down here in the third.
Casey Martin. Well, we'll get to see Casey Martin here, but another one right there, 79 curveball. Just kind of right over the middle of the plate, and this feels like maybe it's something with the spin of these off-speed pitches from Williams tonight that, a lot of just pop flies, a lot of lazy fly balls. So, Williams doing something right, inducing weak contact, even though those breaking pitches are up in the zone.
So Casey Martin now bats for the second time. Pickoff attempt. Johan Rojas is picked off second base. Eddie Diaz, the second baseman, came from behind, and Rojas got caught leaning a little bit, and he gets caught stealing as a result. That will bring the third inning to a close for the Phils. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, 3 complete. It remains Fightins 1, Goats nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in baseball town. Visit rphils.com/programs to...
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightin' Phils on top of the Hartford Yard Goats 1-0. Last night was a slugfest in favor of the Phils, 14-2. So far, its pitchers do a 1-0. And in the top half of the fourth inning, Jake Starr will take over play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Bob. Tyler Phillips back on the bump. First pitch is a curveball to Nico Decolati that misses a bit up and into the righty, so the count's 1-0 to him. Phillips through 3 has faced the minimum so far. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball down and in for a ball. Count goes 2-0. Decolati led off the game on a first pitch ground out to the third baseman McCarthy Tatum. Phillips winds and deals the 2-0, is inside for a ball 3-0. It's been 9 up, 9 down for Tyler Phillips. 4 strikeouts to go along with that. 3-0. That's a ground ball on a 3-0 pitch. Martin snares it going towards his left. The shortstop, a low throw to first, and Podkol digs it up with both hands at first. 1 away as Decolati swings at a 3-0 fastball that was a good spot, close to down the middle, but rolled it over to short.
But again, nice play by Casey Martin. Again, just called up from Jersey Shore, but in the time he has been here, obviously, yes, last night and today, he's shown all the skill set that is the reason why the Phils like him. He's got great range at shortstop, very good arm, and pretty good wheels as well.
Here's Brett Boswell. First pitch to him is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Boswell 0 for 1 tonight. Ground out to short, his first time up in the second. Phillips quickly winds the 1-0. That's a curveball, drops right in for a called strike, 1-1. Brett Boswell, the 28-year-old from Rockwall, Texas, 1 for 4 last night, 1-1. Is skied in the air to shallow right, drifting towards the line. Out goes Podkol. Dunn, the second baseman, joins him against the tarp by the bullpen down the right field line, but it'll go out of play foul. Ball did have some carry to it as the wind is whipping left to right across the field, so wind probably grabbed a hold of that one. And the count goes to 1-2. On this June 14th Flag Day, the American flag sits majestically in left center field above the scoreboard as the count's 1-2 to Boswell, 1 out. Phillips deals the 1-2. Ground ball, high chop to short. Martin charges, quickly sets his feet, throws a rocket across the diamond in time for out number 2. If there's been one thing about Casey Martin that stood out, it's certainly the arm strength as Hunter Goodman comes up.
So what's been more impressive, his foot speed or his arm speed?
I think everything.
Again, he's shown all the tools in the tool chest. What you like about it is his range. He ranged far to his left on the first one, stopped plant with his momentum's going one way and throws a strong throw. That one was a high chop that he had a charge and still plant and make a good, strong throw.
First pitch to Goodman, pulls the string, Phillips does, drops it in for a called strike, 0-1. Goodman 0 for 1 tonight, struck out back in the first. 0-1. That fastball misses up and away, 1-1. Goodman was a 4th-round pick by the Rockies in 2021 out of Memphis. Here's the 1-1. And the former Tiger takes it upstairs for a ball, 2-1. Memphis Tiger, that is, who's the 24th ranked prospect in the Rockies organization. Earned an invite to Big League Spring Training back in March. 2-1 pitch. That one was a off-speed pitch that Phillips spiked in front of the plate, so the count goes 3-1. Yeah. It's the second 3-ball count of this inning.
Just overthrew that pitch. Bounce it right into the dirt, just trying to get a little bit extra spin on that breaking ball.
So 3-1 the count, 2 outs to Goodman. Phillips winds and fires the 3-1. That gets the outside corner of the called strike, 3-2. Looked like he went to the slider there. And now it's a payoff pitch upcoming. Phillips wasting 0 time. Here's the pitch. That one is down low. Goodman tried to check his swing. They'll appeal to first for Paul Romer, will say no swing. So Goodman reaches via a 2-out walk. It's the first base runner that Tyler Phillips has allowed tonight after 3 2/3 innings, and that'll bring Grant Levine up. Phillips up to 49 pitches on the night so far. Struck out 4, walked 1. No runs. Only just 1 base runner on that walk allowed so far. He'll work from the stretch for the first time tonight. Toes the first base side of the rubber and deals. That's a fastball that misses up and away for a ball, 1-0. Levine 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded to the first baseman, Nick Podkol, to lead off the top half of the second inning. Set at the belt is Phillips. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball that dots the inside corner for a called strike, 1-1. Levine 0 for 4 a night ago. Also struck out. First-round pick of the Rockies back in 2018 out of New Hampshire. High school in New Hampshire. 1-1. Tried to hold up was Levine. They'll appeal to Pete Talkington, the third base umpire who stands behind the mound. We'll say he went, so the count goes 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good curveball by Tyler Phillips, and he really fooled Levine on, who couldn't hold up.
So 2 outs, 1-2 count. Leading off first goes Hunter Goodman. Fightin' Phil's lead at 1-0, top half of the fourth. Phillips set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That's swung on, fouled back on another curveball. Just it pounds on the plate.
Literally got a piece of it off the end of the bat, just enough to keep himself alive. He's made Levine look bad now in those last 2 breaking balls. Let's see what he does here in the 1-2 count.
Right side of the infield has Levine positioned to pull. Martin, the shortstop, shaded towards the second base bag, along with the third baseman, Tatum. Set is Phillips at the belt. The pitch. Misses up and away for a ball with the fastball, 2-2.
Yeah, I thought they might try, since he's been out in front on a couple of off-speed pitches, to now try to throw that fastball. It's 96 on the gun, but it makes it look even that much faster after those last 2 breaking balls. But Levine didn't chase.
Shoots across the boards. Phillips comes set. The pitch. Off-speed pitch. Tried to get him to chase on a breaking pitch down low, and the count runs full. Means the wheels of Hunter Goodman will be churning on the pitch. Couple of long battles this inning for Tyler Phillips, trying to win it on a 3-2 count with 2 outs. The righty deals, runner goes, swing and a miss on a curveball down low, and Max McDowell will throw it down the first base to confirm the strikeout, and it's the 5th tonight for Tyler Phillips. Once again, no runs, also no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. We've played 3.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Fightin's on the Phil's Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Reading has the lead. Casey Martin will lead things off as it'll be 6-7-8 for the Fightins in the frame against Case Williams, who's back out for inning number 4. First pitch home. Martin takes it upstairs and away for a ball. Counts 1-0.
How about the Philadelphia Phillies having to one-up the Reading Phillies last night with a 14-2 win here in Reading, and the Phillies have to go 15-3 in their win against Arizona.
1-0. Martin lifts it in the air towards right, slicing towards the line. Decolati races over. Hoke be out of room as it goes out of play. Foul makes the count 1-1. You didn't really get to catch much of that between our game and then wanting to value my sleep. I think when I got home it was like 14-2 anyway. But also, like here, where we had to give credit where credit is due to the pitching staff because the bats kind of stole the show. Same thing out in Arizona.
Right.
It was Zach Wheeler who was really strong once again.
Yep.
You know, Wheeler, Nola, the staff is starting to turn things around in Philadelphia this month of June. 1-1. Martin, big swing and a miss, 1-2 on an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, and Ranger Suarez is finally starting to settle in now after the delayed start to the season, and Taijuan Walker has looked better as well. So the 4 starters have looked much better.
1-2, driven in the air, deep towards left. Bean going back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. The first AA home run for Casey Martin. That's 6 at Jersey Shore, and he wastes little time introducing himself to the baseball town crowd, and the Fightin' Phils lead at 2-0 on a bomb from the former Arkansas Razorback.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a big dude. He's 5'9", 175 pounds, but he got all of that one. He doesn't get cheated. He hit 6 home runs in the time that he was at Jersey Shore, so he does have some pop in his bat, and he drove that one.
Here's the pitch to Dunn. It's upstairs for ball 1-0.
But how about the way he has fit into this team? And the fact that he got included right away last night, that just kind of settles him in a little bit. He's not pressing.
Here's the pitch, upstairs for a ball 2-0. Had a chance to talk to Martin today as the team was taking batting practice down in the tunnel. Just really just seemed super down to earth, super relaxed was the big takeaway from my conversation with him. 2-1, Dunn takes up and away for a ball 3-0. And it's one thing, got to give him credit. You get the call to Double-A, not fazed at all by the moment, the better competition, quote unquote, as the count's 3-0 to Oliver Dunn. The pitch upstairs, ball 4. Dunn works himself a 4-pitch walk. That's also his 45th walk of the year, which leads the squad and puts a man on first for McCarthy Tatum.
Also going to get a visit from Kristen Orfeo. There is just beginning, I believe, to get some activity. I don't know that anybody was up and warmed up. Yeah, actually, there were. They're making a call.
Yeah, going to be a call to the bullpen here. So 3+ innings for Case Williams in his first start off the injured list since May 26, and his day will come to an end. It's an Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Step into your future with the Alvernia University Golden Wolves. Back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sunsips, Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
It's Andrew Quezada in for Hartford, making his 12th appearance, just his second out of the bullpen, 1-3 with a 4.86 ERA this season as he relieves Case Williams. So you wonder if it was kind of a case of, no pun intended, Williams goes 3, 4, whatever you can kind of get out of him, and then from there you turn over to a guy like Quezada who can give you some length out of the bullpen. McCarthy Tatum steps up, still no outs, bottom of the 4th. Runner goes in the first pitch. It's down for a ball. Throw to second is in time. Excellent throw from Drew Romo behind the plate, and a great tag from Eddie Diaz up the middle. It's the 13th runner caught stealing this season for the catcher, Drew Romo, and the count is 0-1 actually to McCarthy Tatum. Here's the pitch. Tatum watches it outside for a ball, 1-1.
You have to imagine that Case Williams was probably on a pitch count. Again, he missed a couple of starts in the rotation, and again, just a young arm in the organization, just 21 years of age.
1-1 outside for a ball, 1-2.
So they're no doubt protecting him. He threw 57 pitches, so he was probably at or around the limit, and the home run and the walk was enough to say it's time to make the switch.
1-2 the count. Quezada deals, and Tatum waves and whiffs at it for out number 2. First strikeout for Quezada. That'll bring the 9-man McDowell up. And also, take a look now, can close the line on Williams as Dunn was thrown out at second. 3+, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. 57 pitches, 35 for strikes, and that was the case tonight for Williams. Here's Max McDowell. And first one there for a called strike, 0-1. Did you like that?
I did. I saw it. I got it. I got the case for Williams.
The case for Williams.
I saw where you went with that.
Couldn't get a reaction right away, though. Here's the 0-1. McDowell takes down low for a ball, 1-1. There's just some names out there that are just super easy to, make puns with. 1-1. That's down the chute for a called strike, 1-2.
Kind of how McDowell has, maxed out the hit by pitch column.
There's another one, but tis. Here's the 1-2, and McDowell swings over it and misses. So back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Quezada since entering, but Casey Martin home run in the inning was the lone run and the lone hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We're cruising right along. We'll go to the 5th. Fightin's up 2-0 on the Phillies Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phillies will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Moving right along, top half of the 5th inning, Fightin' Phillies lead it 2-0. They tacked on another with Casey Martin's first home run in a AA uniform. Now Tyler Phillips returns. He's standing on the mound, hand in glove. He's ready to pitch as Drew Romo takes his time to step in. Now he's in, and Phillips will wind and fire. Ground ball hit sharply to first. Backhanded by Podkul in the hole. Flips to Phillips covering. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Romo's retired for Veen. Well, Phillips wasted 0 time. When he's locked in, he's locked in.
Yeah, and Romo didn't call time. The pitch clock was running on that. As Jake said, Tyler Phillips was ready to pitch. And kind of interesting and maybe a young mistake on the part of Romo that if he was not that really set, probably not a good idea to swing at the first pitch.
First pitch to Veen. He squared the bunt, pulled back. Counts 0-1. Wonder if Ben Davis is watching right now. I'll leave that there. He won't bunt here. The 0-1's outside for a ball, 1-1. I don't think it was more just a show me bunt to try and pull up the corner infielders.
I mean, Veen's got great speed. He's a guy that needs to find ways to get on base.
1-1 is a curveball pounded on the ground right side. Dunn to his left, fields it from second. Flips on the run the first in time. 2 quick outs induced by Tyler Phillips for Vladimir Restituyo. Restituyo will dig in. 0-for-1 tonight. A ground out the short. Just 1 base runner tonight for the Argoats. Came via a walk from Hunter Goodman in the top half of the 4th. Phillips deals quickly. Curveball that drops in for a called strike. What a pitch from Phillips. Had the righty Restituyo bowing out of the way, and it just drops down the middle of the plate. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Goes back to the curveball.
Why would you throw him anything else after you fooled him that badly on a curveball? But go right back to it.
See if he can make it 3 in a row here. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, he does. Make it 3 in a row. 3 up 3 down quickly for Tyler Phillips as he records his 6th strikeout of the night. And we are halfway home in baseball town. Bottom of the 5th up next. 2-0 Fightin on the Phillies Radio Network.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro and Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phil's, 2 great hometown partners.
Took us just about an hour and change, but we have passed the midway point here at FirstEnergy Stadium in Reading, Pennsylvania, about an hour and 30 minutes northwest of the city of Philadelphia. And the Fightin' Phil's lead it 2-0 in this bottom half of the 5th inning. Matthew Kroon, the leadoff man tonight, will lead things off in the inning, working against Andrew Quezada, who's in as Kroon lines one down the first base line, and it bounces foul in the bullpen.
That top half of the 5th inning lasted about 45 seconds.
I wish we had a stopwatch to time it.
Didn't need a pitch clock in that one.
This is the first time this season that Matthew Kroon is in the leadoff spot, and time is called. It looks like the right fielder Decolati was not back to his spot quite yet.
You know, that's interesting because it seemed as if the home plate umpire Jae-Young Kim called that time, and that shouldn't be his
0-1. That's in there for a called strike 0-2.
It should be the team's responsibility to call time because your position player is not there, not the umpires.
0-2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. So Kroon will run. Throw to first from Romo to Levine is in time. So that's 3 straight strikeouts now for Andrew Quezada since entering, and that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate.
Just to get back to that point, now maybe Drew Romo may have said timeout, our right fielder's out of position, and that's why Jae-Young Kim called the timeout. But to me, again, the team should have to call timeout if your guy's chasing the ball and not back in play.
First pitch to De La Cruz, down and in for a ball, 1-0. De La Cruz 1 for 2 tonight, up to 294 on the season, 12 home runs, 31 RBI. Next pitch to him is line back foul. Count goes 1-1. With his single in the first, De La Cruz has extended his on-base streak to 29 games. So he's one shy of 30. 1-1. That one's driven in the air out towards center. Not too deep. Restituto started in. Then he'll drift back, and he'll settle under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring Johan Rojas up to the plate. 2 outs in the frame. Rojas was amongst a quartet of Fightin' Phils who met with Scott Lauber of the Philadelphia Inquirer earlier today. So excited to see content that Scott has coming out here in the next few days and weeks about those 4. Pitch to Rojas, down and away for a ball, 1-0. Also, Tom Hausnick of the Allentown Morning Call put out a piece today on Mick Abel. Really good article from Tom if you have yet to check it out on the Allentown Morning Call. Counts 1-0. Here's the pitch. That is at the knees for a called strike 1-1. And it really takes a dive into the mental side of Mick Abel's game, which for a 21-year-old is a very important piece, because here's the 1-1 to Rojas on the outside corner for a called strike 1-2. Everyone knows Abel's stuff is there, and it can compare with any prospect, and quite frankly any big leaguer, as Rojas asked for and is granted time by Jae-Young Kim. Really for him, that next step is kind of just that mental development for him, which it's natural for a guy who's 21 years old and how little he's really still pitched at the professional level. 1-2 the count to Rojas, 2 outs. Quezada looking for a 1-2-3 frame. The pitch. That one's shot foul, and it'll go over, thankfully, the seating behind home plate.
Yeah, to your points, Mick Abel, we talked about this a little bit last night, that a lot of teams, a lot of organizations now look for college pitchers because they're a little bit more polished, because they've had more exposure to the game and developed all aspects of the game a little bit further along.
Rojas swings and misses, so it's the 4th strikeout in 5 at-bats for Quezada. That'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Fightins. To the 6th we go. 2-0 Reading on the Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkescommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the
Top of the 6th inning, 2-0 Fightin' Phils have the lead. Tyler Phillips returns the mound for inning number 6 of work. He sits at 63 pitches as he gets 8-9-1, starting with Jack Blomgren for Hartford. First pitch is an off-speed pitch on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Phillips, who is wasting 0 time on the mound tonight, has found himself into a groove. Here's the 0-1. That's a curveball that's down low for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, you can't, but you could. You can't legally, but you could just turn the pitch clock off with Tyler Phillips on the mound right now. He's coming nowhere close to needing the time allotted.
Starts this one with 7 left on it, and it is down low for a ball, another curveball, 2-1. Phillips' season high in pitches is 90. That was 2 starts ago at New Hampshire on June the 1st. Here's the 2-1 is check swing. They'll appeal to first for Paul Romer, will say no swing, so the count's 3-1. Hartford has worked a handful of 3-ball counts, mostly in the 4th. 5th inning was by like a flash of lightning. 3-1, as that's a check swing, and that time Blomgren can't hold up, says Jae-Young Kim, and the count's 3-2.
Yeah, no need to appeal that. He tried to check his swing, but he almost took a full cut.
Counts full to Blomgren. Phillips in the windup deals. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes on an off-speed pitch. Make that strikeout number 7 tonight for Tyler Phillips, and that is also a new season high in strikeouts for Phillips with number 7, and Eddie Diaz is the batter here. Phillips, who we talked about in the open, was roughed up his last 2 outings, as the first pitch is down and in for a ball, 1-0. 8 runs against Binghamton last Thursday, gave up 6 runs at New Hampshire 2 weeks ago. The next pitch is hit softly towards third, but it'll be fouled in the third base coach's box, 1-1. Start before that was 6 innings of an earned run at home against Harrisburg. So it's been a couple of weeks since Phillips has turned in a quality start. Here's the 1-1. That gets the outside corner 1-2. And not just, obviously, yes, we're 2 outs away from this being technically considered a quality start, but this has been pure flat-out domination from Tyler Phillips tonight. 1-2. Curveball on the outside corner. Called strike 3. 8th strikeout tonight for Phillips. 2nd of the inning and the 3rd straight. and that'll flip the lineup card over to Nico Decolati.
I think one other thing to add into all this is that clearly Tyler Phillips and Max McDowell are on the same page. Either that or Tyler Phillips is just saying, whatever you call, Max, I'm going to throw, because there is absolutely no hesitation, and the pitch selection has been really, really good.
First pitch to Decolati is a curveball that drops in for a called strike 0-1. Literally the minute Decolati planted that left foot in the box, Phillips began his motion, and he'll pretty much do it again, the 0-1. That's another curveball that's outside and low for a ball, 1-1.
Needless to say, the Reading Phil's bullpen is quiet.
As it should be in this situation. 1-1 to Decolati. That's a curveball on the inside corner for a called strike 1-2.
He had the fastball going early, and he was clicking up around 97, which is on the high side, as Decolati now will call timeout. And a lot of that's obviously adrenaline, but he was clearly locked and loaded. But now he's given a pretty steady diet of off-speed pitches, and the breaking ball is really dropping in nicely.
Decolati settles back in. The 1-2 from Phillips just misses outside. Another off-speed pitch, and it counts 2-2.
Yeah, and then he's done that a couple of times where they're trying to get, when you get to the 2 strikes, they either come with the curveball or the slider that breaks off the plate to try to get them to chase.
2-2. Tried to check his swing on a curveball, but Jae-Young Kim will say that Decolati went around. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Tyler Phillips. He has 9 tonight and 4 in a row. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Fightin's on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Fightin Phil's as Ethan Wilson steps in against Andrew Quezada. The first pitch, a curveball, is over for a called strike 0-1 to Wilson. There is action beginning in the Fightin Phil's bullpen as Brett Schultz begins the throw. As the next pitch to Wilson was a ball, 1-1. 2-0 Fightin Phil's lead, bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Quezada is a ground ball that is caught out of midair by Quezada at his shoestrings. Wasn't sure if that was on a hop or a short hop or if it was right to him, and it was right to him. So not sure if Wilson would have had a hit out of that, but nonetheless, it's a L1 in the scorebook as Nick Podkul steps up.
Hit hard, obviously, but right at the pitcher, but as Jake said, his shoot tops, he caught that right before it hit the rubber on the mound.
Pitch. Podkul takes inside for a ball, 1-0. There is action in the Phillies bullpen. It's Brett Schultz up and throwing. But Phillips only had 78 pitches. Here's the pitch. Podkul swings and misses, and the count goes to 1-1. 78 for Phillips, 48 for strikes. I have to think he still has at least another inning in him, but maybe Schultz is warming up more just in case Phillips gets in trouble. Pitch to Podkul is lifted in the air well down the left field line, but it'll be well out of play, foul. Gave it a ride, 353 feet, 101 off the bat. But nonetheless, the count's 1-2. 1-2. Hoggold just gets a piece of it and dribbles it back behind home plate, foul. Nick is 1 for 2 tonight, single and a fly out. Single came back in the first. And that's also flying by so far, about an hour and 15 minutes. Here's the 1-2, and Hoggold, little cue shot towards second. Diaz won't leave the infield dirt, and he'll make the catch for out number 2, and that'll bring Casey Martin to the plate. He homered his last time up. Once again, Brett Schultz continues to throw. So no idea if Phillips' night is over or yet. Over or not. As Martin digs in for the third time tonight. First pitch to him is down low for a ball, 1-0. Skied foul, 1-1. Martin 1 for 2 tonight, had 2 hits a night ago in his Double-A debut. As Andrew Quezada, who's been effective, deals. Swinging a foul tip in and out of the mitt of the catcher, Romo. The count goes 1-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Martin digs back in, 2 outs, bottom 6. Even stands pitch from Quezada, the 1-2. Down low as it skips away from the catcher, Drew Romo, and the count's even at 2. Quezada from the windup, over the head, and deals. Down low, Martin holds up. Good take from him, and the count runs full 3-2. And as you talk about the development of Casey Martin, it's more than just how fast he is or how hard he can throw or how hard he can hit the ball. But it's, takes like that, working discipline counts. 3-2, just like that as he takes it for a ball. That is also going to be a big thing in the developmental curve of Casey Martin, and here comes Oliver Dunn.
Yeah, making contact is a big piece of the puzzle in terms of the number of strikeouts. Last year at Jersey Shore, again, he just hit just a $181 last year, kind of really fell off the prospect list. And included in that was 101 strikeouts. He struck out 25% of his at-bats. The strikeout numbers are a little higher in terms of percentage this year in Jersey Shore, 28%, but he raised his batting average to 280, 99 points higher than it was a year ago.
And a lot of that comes from that discipline at the plate. He'll go right away. Watch him fly. Here's a throw to second base, and he gets the hand in there. How about that from Casey Martin? Had 16 stolen bases at Jersey Shore, and his first in a Reading uniform.
Yeah, pretty good throw by Romo. Again, Romo's a very good catcher, but the throw short-hopped the shortstop Blumgren, and that allowed Casey Martin to get in there and get that stolen base. Now he's in scoring position with 2 outs.
And the count's 1-0 to Oliver Dunn. Here's the pitch. Gets the inside corner for a called strike. And the count goes to 1-1. Dunn, who's 0 for 1 tonight, walked and was caught stealing his last time up. The pitch. That's shot towards third, and it's a shoestring catch this time by the third baseman, Boswell, and that will retire the side in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. And we'll go to the 7th. Our score, Reading 2 and Hartford 0.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
We go to the 7th. Fightin's lead at 2-0, and they'll turn to the bullpen. And with that, I'll turn things back over to my broadcast partner, Bob McCool, to bring us home.
The Alvernia University Golden Wolves call. The bullpen will bring Brett Schultz to the mound for the Fightins as the Yard Goats bat here in the top half of the 7th inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up in their lineup. Brett Boswell, Hunter Goodman, and Grant Levine. And the first pitch to Boswell, who's grounded out to short both times up so far, is a swing and a miss. Schultz, who works from the stretch, comes with the 0-1 pitch, and that misses just inside, and it's 1-1. This is the 19th appearance for Brett Schultz on the year. 2-5 with a 7.78 earned run average. Does have a team-high 4 saves. This just the 7th inning of a 2-0 Fightin's lead. This one fouled out of play. Now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So an outstanding effort tonight by Tyler Phillips, but the Phils decide that his night is finished with 78 pitches thrown, 9 strikeouts, including striking out the last 4 batters he faced in the Yard Goats lineup. So Boswell now in a 1 ball and 2 strike hole to Brett Schultz. Left-handed hitter, 1-2 pitch, up high, and it's 2-2. Boswell just hitting at 190 as he stands in after his 0 for 2 tonight. Does have 6 home runs on the season, 21 RBIs to go along with it. Checks his swing, and there's been a lot of them tonight of pitches, breaking balls that the Rockies have tried to hold up their swings, but that is strike 3. And so Brett Schultz picks up right where Tyler Phillips led off by striking out the first batter he faces. And that's 1 out here in the 7th. That will bring up Hunter Goodman. Goodman struck out in the first inning, walked in the 4th, the only base runner for the Yard Goats tonight. And he takes a big step, but the curveball he holds up on, and it's over for a called strike. This one's up high. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Goodman. Schultz, 19 2/3 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts and 10 walks. And another curveball and another good one that Goodman takes for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tries to get him to chase. Goodman's not going to go for that. Now it's 2-2. Grant Levine waits in the on-deck circle for Hartford. Phils with a 2-0 advantage here in the top half of the 7th. Again with the curveball, but this time it misses outside. Good take by Goodman. It's 3-2. Max McDowell, the catcher, just held on to it for a second, trying to prove a point. But the pitch did look like it was a bit outside, and now it's 3-2. And again with a curveball, and again he misses, so Goodman again is a base runner with the base on balls.
Goodman has been the only base runner tonight for Hartford. He's done it twice, both via the walk. Take note of that.
So that'll bring up Grant Levine 0 for 2 with a strikeout back in the 4th inning. Also grounded to first baseman Nick Podko in his 2 plate appearances. This one down the first base line, but foul. Goodman was dancing off. Looked like he started and stopped. And Levine breaks the bat, so he's going to need another piece of lumber before he bats. Last night, the Philly Fanatic was here, and during his pregame festivities, shall we say, Tyler Phillips came out of the Phillies dugout, picked him up to Levine, and fouls that one out of play. And typical Philly Fanatic, after being bear hugged and lifted off the ground by the 6'5", 225-pound Tyler Phillips, the Philly Fanatic kind of gave the old crazy signal to with the twirling finger by the ear to say, man, that guy's nuts. But Tyler Phillips loved every minute of it. Maybe it rubbed off because he had a great night tonight. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and another strikeout victim. Grant Levine goes down on strikes, 2 down here in the 7th. 11th strikeout of the night for Phil's pitching as Drew Romo bats. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out back to the pitcher in his 2 plate appearances. Goodman takes his lead off of first, 2 down, top half of the 7th. This one's just a bit outside. But I would be curious to know how many times the Fanatic has been lifted off the ground.
That's not light. Like, I feel like that's got to be like almost 300 pounds that you're lifting with all that.
A large green object. And Tyler Phillips just bear hugged him and lifted him off the ground. 1-0 outside for a ball, and it's 2-0 again. McDowell tries to frame it, but it was indeed outside to Romo. So 2 balls and no strikes to the switch hitting catcher for the Yard Goats. Romo, just 21 years of age, drafted by the Rockies out of high school in 2020 to complement competitive balance A draft. This one back to the mound. Schultz will take it, toss it to Podko. That'll do it for the Goats in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time at America's Classic Ballpark. Reading 2, Hartford nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes.
Bottom half of the 7th inning presented to you by Swartz-Culleton PC. If you've been injured at work, get justice. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. The Phils to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th will send McCarthy Tatum, Max McDowell, and Matthew Kroon. That's 8, 9, and 1. In the Phils lineup today. Tatum 0 for 2 on the night with a couple of strikeouts, facing Andrew Cazada. First pitch swinging a slow roller to short. Blumgren a long throw from the hole and just in time to get McCarthy Tatum on the first pitch here in the 7th. That'll bring up Max McDowell. Cazada's done a great job for the Goats since coming in. Came in with no outs in the 4th. Has not surrendered a hit to this point, has given up 1 walk and struck out 4. As McDowell fouls one out of play. Max 0 for 1 on the night, hit by a pitch and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball that he does not chase. He's out of 25 years of age, born in Los Alamos, California. Played his college baseball at Cal State Fullerton. And this one's inside. It's 2-1 now to McDowell. Last year at Spokane, he was a starter, made 19 starts, 9-4 with a 4.28 earned run average. This one fisted foul towards the Yard Goats dugout. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Max McDowell with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Quezada has started 10 games for the Yard Goats. This is his 2nd relief appearance. 1-3 overall with a 4.86 earned run average. 2-2 pitch to McDowell, outside for a ball, and it's 3-2. Kind of lost his spot in the rotation with the elevation of last night's starter, Gabriel Hughes. And that one's inside, ball 4. And so McDowell's a base runner for the 2nd time. 2nd walk surrendered by Quezada since he came in the 4th. And that'll flip the order around to Matthew Kroon. Kroon scored the first run of the game for the Phils back in the 1st inning as he led off the game with a single, came around to score. Struck out in his other 2 plate appearances. So 1 for 3 on the night. Team high 13 doubles on the year. Pitch in the dirt. McDowell can go nowhere. Romo blocked it, kept it in front of him. So McDowell stays put. Tyler McKay is now throwing in the Phil's bullpen. Brett Schultz pitched the 7th. See if McKay's got the 8th. This one is low, and it's 1-0 now to Matthew Kroon. Excuse me, 2-0 to Kroon. That one is over in the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Pitch clock's at 110 miles an hour. I don't think that was right.
That seems accurate.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I think that was a bit off. There's a snap throw to McDowell to try to get McDowell. He dives back in. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Matthew Kroon. 1 out, bottom half of the 7th. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. It's another good curveball by Quezada. Evens the count now at 2-2. Not sure if Matthew Kroon is upset with himself or with the call, but either way, he didn't look happy. So it's now 2-2 to Kroon. Just slaps this one to try to stay alive. Quezada kind of quick pitched him a little bit, and I think he got Kroon off guard. Matthew did the smart thing, which is to at least just kind of slap the ball foul and give himself a chance to reset. Dow will take his lead off at first. This one lined into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. McDowell will go station to station. The base hit for Matthew Kroon, his 2nd hit of the night. 6th for the Phils. They've got 2 on and 1 out in the 7th.
The way the pitchers are throwing tonight, you would just love to get some more insurance runs and feel more comfortable.
So now a conversation on the mound between catcher Drew Romo and pitcher Andrew Quezada. Don't know if this is about the signals with a runner at 2nd base or if it's a stall. It's not a stall because nobody's moving in the Yard Goats bullpen. So this is Andrew Quezada's inning to pitch. And he came on with no outs in the 4th. We now have 1 out in the 7th. Quezada has thrown 49 pitches to this point in time. But again, he was a starter, so he's certainly well within his range. De La Cruz fists one to short. Blumgren bobbled it, and everybody's safe. Blumgren tried to hurry it, thinking he needed to hurry it for a double play, and he booted it. So that'll be an E6, and the bases are loaded.
Well, Johan Rojas a chance to really break this one open.
So the Yard Goats are now looking in the dugout to see how the want to play this with Rojas, where the infield's kind of halfway. Not all the way up to cut down the run, but halfway, and now Quezada and Romo again are going to have a conversation. So Johan Rojas will bat 1 for 3 on the night with a double. Rojas with 32 RBIs on the season. A double, his 11th of the year. Again, infield about halfway. The first pitch to Johan Rojas is low for a ball. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom half of the 7th inning, and what is right now a 2-0 Reading lead. Outfield playing Rojas very deep. Beats this one foul into the dirt and back to the backstop, so it's 1-1. Ethan Wilson waits in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. This one beats it foul down the third baseline, so now Quezada's ahead of Rojas 1-2. Quezada has struck out 4 so far, and that has to be what's in his mind right now. A strikeout here would be big for the Yard Goats with the bases loaded and 1 out. Rojas thinking the opposite, trying to make contact somewhere. That one's up high, and it's 2-2. Try to get him to chase up. Rojas lays off. This one fisted towards second. Diaz flips to second for 1. The relay is in time, and the Yard Goats turn the double play, and they turn away the Fightins, who have no runs in the inning. 1 hit, they leave 2 as this double play wipes out the rally for the Fightins. 7 complete. Baseball Town, 2-0 Reading when we come back after this.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
We head to the top of the 8th, and the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. We'll bring in right-hander pitcher Tyler McKay for the Fightins. 6 innings out of Tyler Phillips, an inning out of Brett Schultz, and now Tyler McKay takes over here in the 8th. He'll face Zach Veen leading off for the Yard Goats. Veen 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. It'll be Veen, followed by Vladimir Restituyo and Jack Blumgren due up for Hartford. 2-0 Fightins on top half of the 8th. This one hit hard towards second, but plenty of time for Oliver Dunn. Makes the throw to first. 1 out here in the 8th.
So Phillips went 6. Schultz went an inning. McKay gets the 8th. He's gone 2 before. The bullpen's quiet, so maybe it's a 6-out save asked for McKay. Or we'll see, maybe it could be Hernandez, Baker who could get the 9th.
And McKay has kind of taken over that high leverage spot, what used to be considered a closer. They don't really use that terminology a whole lot anymore. This one driven into right field. Back goes Ethan Wilson, back to the track, and looks up, and it's over the fence. And the first hit of the ball game, Vladimir Restituyo hits one over the fence. The Yard Goats break up the no-hitter and the shutout all in one swing of the bat. Phils still lead the game now 2-1 with one out here in the 8th. Blumgren 0 for 2 on the night. It's always curious in these situations as to who knew and who didn't know the no-hitter was going on. Some guys are very much in tune to it. Others really aren't paying a whole that much attention to it. But none of that matters now, as the whole idea now is you got to hold on to a 2-1 lead. It's 2-0 now to Blumgren, and that's over for a called strike. It's 2-1. Phils with a great chance in that 7th to give themselves a little bit of a cushion, but the inning-ending double play from hit by Johan Rojas takes them out of any chance of adding to that lead. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jack Blumgren. One out here in the 8th. This one fouled out of play. He stays alive.
It wasn't even a bad pitch by McKay either. It was a ball that, yeah, got out, but it's not like the ball was crushed.
No,
it was a fly ball the other way, and in this ballpark, sometimes you just got to get it up in the air, get a little bit of wind like you have tonight, and conditions play to your favor.
There's a swing and a miss. Try to hold up, as the Yard Goats have done that time and time again tonight. Try to hold up on the breaking ball and cannot. And another strikeout and 2 outs here in the 8th.
Another nice pitch there from McKay. Goes to the all-speed pitch way down and just gets Blumgren to swing right over it.
It's the 12th strikeout now by Yard Goat hitters, as Eddie Diaz will bat. He struck out twice so far. First pitch from McKay's up and in. So again, Tyler Phillips, brilliant tonight, 6 innings. We can now say no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. We've been holding on to that for a while. 2 outs here to Eddie Diaz. Then Brett Schultz comes in and gets an inning in, gave up a walk and struck out 2. And here's McKay in the 8th. He's got 2 outs, one of which is by way of strikeout. So it's been a brilliant 7 2/3 so far for the Fightins. As Diaz bats with a 1 ball, 1 strike count to him. Make that 1 and 2 as he fouls that one off his foot. Jae Young Kim will give him the opportunity to try to walk that off a little bit. Diaz, as most hitters do, has the pad on the front foot, but he fouled that one off the back foot. There's 1 and 2 now to Eddie Diaz. Tries to check his swing, but that one's outside, and he did check. So it's 2 and 2. And 9 strikeouts and a walk by Tyler Phillips. Phils have only surrendered 2 walks tonight, and it was to the same guy, and Hunter Goodman. This one is low, and now it's 3 and 2 to Eddie Diaz. Top of the order, Nico Decolati in the on-deck circle. Checks his swing and strike 3. Diaz didn't think so, but the ring him up. And that'll do it for the Goats in the 8th. They do finally get a hit, and it was the home run by Restituyo. 7.5 complete, and it's now Reading 2, Hartford 1.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berk's Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Phil's looking for some insurance runs here. They lead it 2-1. As they go for game 2 of this 6-game homestand. Phils and Yard Goats will continue this series right up until Father's Day on Sunday. Tomorrow night, fireworks. Friday night, fireworks. Saturday night, couple things on the agenda. Not only Mega Blast fireworks, there's also a salute to Penn State football night. Nick Singleton, Joey Schlaffer, Javen Williams, Berks County standouts, and now Penn State football players will be here. And you have the opportunity to meet and greet with them before the game. Here's Ethan Wilson leading it off, a slow roller, broken bat. Eddie Diaz fending off the bat and making the play on the ball and making the throw to first in time to get Ethan Wilson. As the bat shattered and a piece of that went all the way out between first and second. Diaz good concentration to keep his mind and his eye on the ball and make the play at first for one out here in the 8th. That'll bring up Nick Podkul. So again, Saturday night, in addition to the appearance by those 3 Penn State players out on the Tompkins Plaza before the game, it is also Mega Blast fireworks. And then Sunday, as I said, is Father's Day. Men receive a Reading Fightin' Phil's bucket hat. Great tickets remain at 610-37-BALL or order online at ourphils.com. Nick Podkill with a hit in 3 plate appearances tonight. His hit ultimately led to the Phil's first run. He didn't get credit on the RBI. It was an infield single that Eddie Diaz made a play on. Tried to get Podkill at first, couldn't, but his low throw allowed Matthew Crew to come all the way around from second and score, and they charged Diaz on an error on it. Podkill this time fists one down the first base line that will drift foul and out of play. And so it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nick Podkill.
It's like Andrew Baker up and throwing in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen.
So it looks like the Phils will do as we would have expected them to do, which is piecemeal their way through the 7th, 8th, and 9th. With a pitcher going each one of those innings. Brett Schultz went the 7th, McKay the 8th, and it looks like Andrew Baker will get the 9th. As Nick Podkill takes one for a ball, it's 2-2. Casey Martin in the on-deck circle for the Fightins, and he'll get his chance now. Swing and a miss there for Podkill as he's a strikeout victim. 5th strikeout for Andrew Cazada since he's come into the game.
But the first one since the 5th, too. They haven't hit him around, Tom, but they've been able to keep the, not no-hitter, keep the strikeouts down.
Here comes the guy who's the difference on the scoreboard right now, Casey Martin with a solo home run in the 4th. This time he fists one foul down the third baseline. Tyler Hinson fields it on a couple of hops. Will turn into a souvenir down the left field grandstand. And Tyler Hinson coaching at third, Ray Ricker coaching at first in this series. No balls and a strike to Casey Martin. Pops this one up in the infield. Grant Levine will drift into foul territory, and the first baseman will squeeze it for the 3rd and final out of the 8th. 1, 2, 3 go. The Phils will head to the 9th. It's winning time in baseball town. The Phils lead at 2-1 when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken and sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at rphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
To the top of the ninth we'll head, and the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring Andrew Baker in for the Fightins to get the last 3 outs. Chick-fil-A serving quality food has been the priority since day one because chicken is at the center of the menu. They serve only real breast meat with no fillers, artificial preservatives, or steroids. Like other chicken in the United States, theirs contains no added hormones. They source chicken from farms in the United States. Chick-fil-A with 3 Berks County locations. Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing, Fifth Street Highway in Reading. Exeter Commons in Exeter is a proud 2023 Fightin Phil's team feed partner. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Andrew Baker is the man who comes in now for the Phils to get the final 3 outs. His 19th appearance. He is 0 for 1 in save opportunities. That's what he's looking at right now. A 2-1 Phils lead and the top of the order coming up for the Yard Goats here in the ninth. Nico Decolati, Brett Boswell, and Hunter Goodman are those 3 hitters. Decolati 0 for 3 so far on the night. First pitch from Baker, 101 miles an hour on the fastball that misses low and away, ball 1. Outstanding fastball and a very good curveball for Baker. This one a fastball, and again at 101 that Decolati fouls out of play. Baker 0-3 on the season with a 6.30 earned run average, 20 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 11 walks. He has surrendered 3 home runs in his time so far. 1-1 pitch, up and in and hit him. Decolati leaned into it and then couldn't lean back out of it at the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and it looks like it got him either on the forearm or the hand. He's got all kinds of padding on that hand and arm, but somehow or another, it must have missed the padding. So he is on base now. So the Goats get what they're looking for, which is a runner on base. Maybe not the way that Decolati would have preferred to get on base, but he is a leadoff base runner here in the ninth, and now Brett Boswell will bat. Boswell 0 for 3 on the night. Decolati's got good wheels, 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts. That's the way the Goats are going to try to play this. However, the home run leader and RBI man is in the on-deck circle in Hunter Goodman. First pitch from Baker. The first time he throws the curveball, and it's a good one for a strike. Decolati takes his lead off of first. Good size lead. This one ripped hard and foul and out of play. So he gets ahead of Boswell, no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is out number 1 here in the ninth. Fastball that Boswell could not catch up to. So with 1 out, that will bring up Hunter Goodman. Goodman, a strikeout and 2 walks so far in tonight's game. Again, leads the Eastern League in home runs with 17. Leads the Eastern League in RBIs by a mile with 55 RBIs. Power against power with Baker against Goodman. 100-mile-an-hour fastball is over at the knees on the outside corner. Great spot by Baker, and it's 0-1. Decolati just about to say that maybe takes another half of a step lead, and Baker thinking like I was. He makes the pickoff attempt. Decolati gets back without a problem. Outfield plays Goodman pretty well straight away and deep. Up and hit him. So Goodman now gets hit. Second guy in the inning. That pitch was way out of the zone. Goodman never had a chance to get out of the way of that one. And that's going to bring Brad Burgesson now to the mound to have a conversation with Baker. So he's hit 2 batters now in the inning. which is of a concern only because of the control issue, but also because now the tying run and the go-ahead run are on base. We'll bring up left-handed hitter Grant Levine. No doubt the conversation with Baker is, look, you got the stuff. You're one pitch away from being out of this with a double play ball. Relax. Throw strikes. I always think back to the famous words of a guy who knew it better than anybody, former Phillies closer Mitch Williams, who said, the last 3 outs in baseball are the hardest 3 outs to get, and it is so true. Andrew Baker trying to do that. He's got 1 out here in the 9th. 2-1 game. Levine tries to check his swing and a pitch in the dirt. And I believe they're going to say he did check. So it's 1-0 to Grant Levine. Levine 0 for 3 in the night with a couple of strikeouts. Max McDowell now comes out, talks a little bit to his defense as to what they're thinking, depending on how and what Levine does at the plate. 1 ball and no strikes to the cleanup hitter. Now time is called. Time called by Levine. That resets the pitch clock to 18 with men on base in the minor leagues. Baker takes a look back to second, comes with his pitch. Again, he tries to check, and he says he did not go around, and McDowell is not happy. Max McDowell thought he'd committed. Pete Talkington, third base umpire, who's really at second base right now, says no, he did not. So now it's 2-0 to Levine. 2 on, 1 out. Fastball is there for a strike, and now it's 2-1. Again, misses with the pitch, and now it's 3-1. Good take there by Levine. Yard Goats get some activity in the bullpen just in case they can tie this or take the lead. Top half of the ninth. 3 balls and a strike to Grant Levine. Inside, ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. Still 1 out. That'll bring up Drew Romo. Romo 0 for 3 on the night. Couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Looks like the Phils will keep the infield at double play depth. Not opting to try to play up to cut down the lead run, but instead hoping to turn 2 and get the game over with. First pitch to Romo. Feeble swing, an off-speed pitch. And Baker gets ahead, no balls and a strike. Romo thinking he's going to get a first pitch fastball, got a curveball and was way out in front. And same thing here. Same pitch, same result, swing and a miss, and quickly Baker gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So now Romo will call time. Again, top half of the 9th inning. Fightin's 2, Yard Goats 1. Hartford with bases loaded and 1 out. Hit hard and foul, and off the facing of the Savage 61 dugout suite. So Romo stays alive, with no balls and 2 strikes. Phils will get newly added Jake Thompson up and throwing in the bullpen. Thompson just signed as a free agent by the Phils from the Boston Red Sox organization. Added to the Reading roster yesterday. No balls and 2 strikes. The count remains to Drew Romo. Lifted straight up into right field. Ethan Wilson will call for it. Rojas will call him off. They'll tag. The throw home is to the first base bag, and that will allow the tying run to come home on the sacrifice fly. So Nico Decolati beats the throw home. The throw from Rojas was strong, but it was to the first base side of the bag. And so a sacrifice fly and an RBI off the bat of Drew Romo. And there's 2 outs now in the inning, but the score is now tied at 2. Good job by Goodman to move up to third base on the play. So he's now there's runners at the corners with 2 down, and Zach Veen will bat. So the Goats have tied it up. Now Veen will try to give them a lead. First pitch over for a called strike. So again, 2 hit batters and a walk got the bases loaded. The sacrifice fly by Romo has us tied with 2 down. 0-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. McCarthy Tatum will give it a chase, but it'll hit into the Penn State Health 67 club down the third base line. So Baker works ahead of Zach Veen, no balls and 2 strikes. Veen 0 for 3 on the night. Veen, the number 2 prospect in the Rockies organization, drafted out of high school in Florida, Spruce Creek High School in the first round of the 2020 draft. He was the number 9 overall selection by the Rockies. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed Andrew Baker. 0-2 pitch. Tries to get him to chase, and Veen lays off. It's 1-2. Veen hitting at just .212 on the season coming in. And again, 0 for 3 on the night. Hit .269 last year in 92 games at High A Spokane. Then got the call up to Hartford. Played the last month and change in Hartford. 1-2 pitch is again fouled out of play. Struggled after getting called up, hit just .177 in those 34 games with the Goats. Also struck out 42 times in those 34 games. So is still yet to prove that he could hit at the AA level. But again, he's just 21 years of age. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Fastball or curveball up high, it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for the Goats here in the 9th. But a run scores. They do it on no hits. There were no errors and 2 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. It's still winning time for the Phils. Now they got to score a run. It's tied 2-2 as we head to the 9th. Back with more on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
New pitcher into the game for the Yard Goats. And it'll be left-hander Evan Justice will take over. Outstanding effort by Andrew Cazada. He pitched 5 innings, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. The Phils will try to walk it off here in the 9th. Oliver Dunn, McCarthy Tatum, and Max McDowell due up for the Fightins. And the left-handed pitching Evan Justice starts Oliver Dunn with a fastball that's over for a called strike. Dunn 0 for 2 tonight, did walk back in the 4th inning. A little funky delivery from Evan Justice as the lefty comes and misses 1 ball and 1 strike. Kind of pauses a little bit in his delivery before bringing the arm around and delivering the pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dunn. This one's way outside. It's 2-1. Way up high. Now it's 3-1. So Dunn trying to do to the Yard Goats what the Yard Goats did to the Phils in the 9th inning, which is to get on board somehow or another. This one fouled out of play. Again, the Yard Goats tied this game up in the 9th without the benefit of a hit. 2 hit batters, a walk, and a sacrifice fly got the tying run home for Hartford. So that's where we stand at 2-2. As the Phils bat here in the bottom of the 9th. This one fisted out behind shortstop. Blumgren, the shortstop, will call for it. He'll make the catch for out number 1 here in the 9th.
Third baseman McCarthy Tatum.
That'll bring up McCarthy Tatum. Max McDowell, the 3rd scheduled hitter for the Phils here in the 9th inning. And the first pitch to McCarthy Tatum is ball 1. And the second was way up and in, ball 2. Fans trying to root the home team to figure out a way to get a run here in the bottom of the 9th to get a walk-off. This one pops straight up behind the plate. Romo back for it and will make the catch. That is out number 2. Interesting to watch the young catcher chasing the foul balls. He does not discard the mask. He makes the catch behind the plate with the mask on. Most catchers are taught to discard the mask when they chase, to find the baseball, and then discard the mask, but he doesn't even take it off his head. He just finds the ball and then makes the catch. That's 2 down for Max McDowell. Max 0 for 1 on the night, hit by a pitch and walked as well in his 3 plate appearances. First pitch to McDowell is a called strike. This one fisted foul and out of play. Again, Jake Thompson up and throwing in the Fightins bullpen. If the Fightins can't get a run here, he'll pitch the 10th. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, tied at 2. Swing and a miss, and McDowell is retired, and the Fightins go 1-2-3 here in the 9th. For the Fightins, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 9 completes in FirstEnergy Stadium. Reading 2, Hartford 2. Back with more baseball right after this.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
So we head to the top half of the 10th inning. Extra innings of baseball here in Reading, and one of the reasons why Vladimir Restituyo, who leads it off for the for the Yard Goats, he broke up the no-hitter in the 8th inning with 1 out with a solo home run off of Tyler McKay. First hit and run for the Yard Goats. They put another run across in the 9th. We're tied at 2. So in the extra inning rules in baseball, the Yard Goats will start with a man on second base. It's Zach Bean. And new pitcher into the game for the Fightins, making his Reading debut, is Jake Thompson. And Restituyo lines one into center field for a base hit. Bean held up to make sure it would not be caught, so he'll get the third. Restituyo with his second straight hit. There's been a little bit of restitution for Restituyo tonight. He was the leadoff hitter for most of this season for the Yard Goats, including last night's game. He went 0 for 5, and he dropped into the 7th spot. So he gets the redemption with the solo home run. And now a base hit, and now first and third, and nobody out for Jack Blumgren. So it looks like the Phils will play back, hoping for a double play, concede the run, because they too will get a runner on base to start the 10th inning. Thompson's pitch to Blumgren, swing and a miss, comes up empty. Thompson, 28 years of age, right-hander, 6 foot, 215 pounds. Originally from Florence, Oregon, played his college baseball at Oregon State. Drafted by the Red Sox in the 4th round in 2017. Runner takes off. Restituyo from first to second. He'll pick up the stolen base, so that'll take the double play out of order. And that'll bring the Phils infield in. So the Phillies say, all right, if you're going to steal second base, then we're going to cut off the go-ahead run. So they'll bring the infield up. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now to Jack Blumgren. Thompson was released by the Boston Red Sox organization on May 18th and signed by the Phils on June 13th, activated before yesterday's game. Had been pitching at AAA Worcester in the Red Sox organization. In 8 games, was 1-0 with a 5.40 earned run average. 2 balls and a strike now to Blumgren. That's way outside. It's 3-1. That's ball 4. So the Phils bullpen all of a sudden has lost control of the strike zone. Again, cruising through 7 1/3, then the home run by Restituyo off of Tyler McKay, but then he recovered to strike out the next 2 batters and limit the damage then in the 8th. But Andrew Baker hit 2 batters and walked another to get himself in trouble, and allowed the Yard Goats to score the second run and tie it up. And now a base hit and a walk has the bases loaded now for Hartford. And a pinch hitter for Eddie Diaz will be Colin Simpson. Colin Simpson will bat for the 9-hole hitter Eddie Diaz. Simpson, a left-handed hitter who has some pop, will bat. First pitch to him. Breaking ball, it's low for a ball. Second one misses outside. Now it's 2-0. Simpson, 5'7", 228-pounder, originally from the state of Oklahoma. Hitting 163 as he stands in. 2 balls and no strikes to him. Fist this one towards first. Podkill will come home. They'll get the lead runner. So Nick Podkill makes the right play with the speedy Zach Bean coming down the base path. Just make sure you get that lead run. And they cut that down. So the bases remain loaded. Simpson safe at first on the fielder's choice. That's 1 down now in the inning. Restituyo moves to third. Blumgren to second. Now Simpson is at first for the top of the order, and Nico Decolati. Decolati was the first to get hit by the pitch and scored the tying run in the 9th inning. 0 for 3 otherwise on the night. Infield still up for the Fightins. Opting to try to cut down that run rather than trying to turn a double play. Decolati's got pretty good speed. First pitch from Thompson is a ball. From the stretch comes with the 1-0 pitch. That 2 is outside. It's 2-0. Fist this one foul. Straight back against the backstop. Now, so it's 2-1 now to Decolati. Decolati did not play in last night's game. Gets the start tonight, right field and the leadoff spot. Another Colorado native on this Yard Goats team. Of course, AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. 2-1 pitch. Just misses, and it's 3-1. Jake Thompson has to come in with something here. No place to put him. Fouled out of play. It's full. So again, only 1 out in the inning. So it's not the base runners will have to stay put. The 3-2 count. Way outside, ball 4. Not even close to the strike zone. An easy take for Decolati. The walk will give him an RBI, and it'll put the Yard Goats on top for the first time in his game, 3-2. Second walk for Thompson since coming in. Restituyo scores the go-ahead run. 3-2 Yard Goats on top. Blumgren now to third. Simpson to second. And that'll bring up Brett Boswell. Boswell 0 for 2 on the night. 2 groundouts to short, 2 strikeouts. Swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Max McDowell and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Thompson in his time with Worcester on and off the development list. 6 in 10 innings, 6 strikeouts and 5 walks. Last year spent half the season at AA Portland in the Red Sox organization, the other half also with Worcester at AAA. 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play. 17 games with Portland in 26 2/3 innings, 32 strikeouts and 11 walks. Then at Worcester, the control issues, 16 games, 21 2/3 innings, 24 strikeouts, 20 walks. No balls and 2 strikes now to Boswell. Rip foul down the first base line. Phils will get Braden Zarbniski up in their bullpen. Activity in the Hartford bullpen as well to see. We'll see who's going to pitch the 10th for Hartford. Goats with a run here in the top half of the 10th. Still only 1 out, bases loaded. Hit hard down the first base line, and that's going to score a couple. Blumgren will score. Simpson will score. They're going to wave around Decolati, and he will score a bases-clearing triple by Brett Boswell, and the Yard Goats have broken it open 6-2 here in the top of the 10th inning. With the infield drawn in, Boswell hit it hard on the ground down the first base line, and it rolled all the way to the bullpen, and a long run for Ethan Wilson until he could get there. Everybody was able to score. A 3-run triple for Brett Boswell, his second triple of the season. RBIs number 22, 23, and 24 on the year, but much more important than that, it's now a 4-run Hartford advantage. And an outstanding, well-pitched baseball game for the Fightins came apart in the late innings. Again, Tyler Phillips, 6 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Phils decided to take him out after 78 pitches, even though he had not surrendered a hit. They turned it over to Brett Schultz in the 7th. He gave up no hits and no runs, and Tyler McKay gave up the home run. And then Andrew Baker with some control issues that led to the tying run. Jake Thompson here in the 10th has now surrendered 4 runs and still only 1 out for Hunter Goodman. Phils will still play the infield up here. Big swing, no contact from Goodman. Breaking ball is fouled out of play. He gets ahead of Hunter Goodman, no balls and 2 strikes. Stephen Jones, left-hander, up and throwing in the Yard Goats bullpen. Balls and 2 strikes to Goodman. Way outside. McDowell can't find it, and that will allow Boswell to score. Make it a 7-2 game. Ball hit off the foot of Max McDowell and then trickled behind him until he could locate it. Easy score for Brett Boswell, so that'll go as a wild pitch. Well, the bases are now empty. The score is now 7-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Hunter Goodman. This one driven to right field. Ethan Wilson broke in. Now he's got to go back, still going back to the track, and will make the catch for the 2nd out. So that will bring up Grant Levine. Fightins will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 10th once they get out of this top half. Levine 0 for 3 on the night. He walked as part of that 9th inning. He drives this one to the gap in left center field. That'll one hop off the fence, and Levine will roll into second base with a stand-up double. 3rd hit in the inning for the Yard Goats, who had just 1 hit coming into this inning. And I'll bring up Drew Romo. Romo had the sacrifice fly in the 9th that tied the game. His 19th RBI of the season. 0 for 3 otherwise. This one popped foul and out of play. Fisted into shallow center. Casey Martin, the shortstop, will make the catch, and that'll finally do it for the Yard Goats in the 10th, but not before they put 5 runs across. And again, they did it on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left. We head to the bottom half of the 10th inning. The Reading Fightin Phils now trail the Hartford Yard Goats by a score of 7-2.
Gear up for
Unlike
Fightin'
any other
Phil's
area
season.
in FirstEnergy Stadium,
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop.
and the most unique
We have a
view
wide
around.
variety
Your
of
group will
Fightin'
thank you
Phil's
over
hats,
and over
t-shirts,
again
kids
for this
apparel, and more.
one-of-a-kind experience.
Looking for
Tickets
something
for the
new?
Dugout
Check
Suite
out
start
our
at
latest
$27
selections of
and
Los
include options
Luchadores
to
de
add
Reading
food
and Reading
drink
hot dogs gear.
packages.
Plus, throwback, black, R-Train,
The
R
Promax
Phil's
Fence
attire.
Systems Foul
Root for your
Porch is an
Fightins in
exclusive
style.
group
Stop by the
experience.
Brentwood Industries
Located in our
Fightins
left field
team
corner,
store
groups
or
of 20 to 30 people are treated to
rphils.com/shop.
2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat
ROG
buffet and
Orthodontics
drinks.
is the proud
A
official
festive
partner of the
atmosphere with a
ROG
bird's-eye
Orthodontics
view of the
Fightin' Phil's
visiting
Kids Club.
bullpen.
Join today
Regular
at
season tickets are
Fightins.com to get your
$34
free
for groups
ROG
of 20 or
Orthodontics
more.
Kids Club t-shirt
Call us
and
today
visit
at
FantasticSmiles.com for more
610-370-BALL
information on why
to
ROG
reserve a
Orthodontics
spot
is voted number
for
one
your
in
group.
Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two
The
great
Penn State
hometown
Health
partners.
St. Joseph's 67 Club is the
Fans,
original
nothing
hospitality
beats a great
area
day
at
at Golden
FirstEnergy
Oaks
Stadium.
Golf Club, located just
Conveniently
minutes from Reading.
located
Golden
along the
Oaks
third
is a
base side,
beautiful
the 67
award-winning
Club
golf
gives you a
course
front
open
row
to the
seat to all
public
the
with
action
perfect
at the
greens,
hot
lush
corner.
fairways, and a
The area
course
is
playing
safely
for
protected
5
from
sets
line
of
drives
teams.
with a
The
large
Burgess Club is
see-through net.
open to the public with the
Starting
area's
at
best
$34
golf course
for
menu,
20 or more can
featuring
enjoy
indoor
a
and
2.5
outdoor
hour
seating and
all-you-can-eat
TVs to
buffet.
watch your favorite sports teams.
Children
Let
4
the
and
Golden
under
Oaks
are
Golf Club team cater to
Visit
your needs.
rphils.com
Lunch,
or call
dinner,
us at
golf outings, parties,
610-370-BALL
company events, and
to reserve a
fundraisers.
group outing
Visit
today.
our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
New pitcher for the Yard Goats. The Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. It'll be right-hander Stephen Jones, who will come in and take over. And again, the Fightin's now down 7-2. So Reading will start with a man on second base in Max McDowell as the top of the order, and Matthew Kroon bats for Reading. Kroon 2 for 4 in the night, couple of singles, couple of strikeouts. And the first pitch from Stephen Jones is up high for a ball. Kroon, big swing, comes up empty. It's 1-1. It'll be Kroon, Carlos De La Cruz, and Johan Rojas due up for the Phils here in the 10th. Jones making his 5th appearance for the Yard Goats. And that's over for a called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Kroon, who didn't think that was a strike, so he'll call a timeout. Jones 0-0 with 2.45 earned run average. Has 1 hold, no saves. 3 2/3 innings. Pitched 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. And pitch to him is a ball 2, I believe. Ball 2. There's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Matthew Kroon. Max McDowell again, the runner placed on second base. That's way outside. Jones began the season at AAA Albuquerque, sent down to Hartford at the end of May. There's a swing as Kroon chases way out of the strike zone for out number 1 here in the 10th.
Designated hitter Carlos.
I'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz on base twice tonight. Single, and by way of an error, a couple of flyouts to center field along the way. So again, Stephen Jones began the season at Albuquerque at AAA. He pitched 19 games, 20 innings pitched, 37 hits, 25 strikeouts, and 19 walks. Had an earned run average over 17, and this one caught the hand of Carlos De La Cruz, hit him in the left hand, so De La Cruz is on base. So that's 2 on now, and 1 out, and that'll bring up Johan Rojas. Again, Jones was sent down from Albuquerque, and you can see why with a 17-plus earned run average. He gave up 38 earned runs and in 20 innings of pitch. Did pitch at Hartford a season ago, 47 games, 58 innings, 67 strikeouts, and 24 walks, but obviously struggled at Albuquerque this year. So he's in a spot here with 2 on and 1 out with Johan Rojas batting, and Rojas checks his swing. Little peel, he did not go around. Johan 1 for 4 on the night with a double back into 3rd inning. was up in a big spot in the 7th with the bases loaded and 1 out, but ended up ending the inning on a double play. Phil's led 2-1 at that time, or 2-0 at that time. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, way out in front. Rojas thinking fastball, got a hook. 7-2 Hartford on top. This one's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. So you look at those numbers, and you just got to be having a patient approach right now if you're the Reading hitters. I know you're trying to get runs, but you need base runners. That's what you need more than you need anything right now. You need a bunch of guys to get on base. You're down 5. 2-1 pitch. Ripped hard, but right at the third baseman, Boswell. The second for 1. The relay is in time. And again, Johan Rojas hits into an inning-ending double play as they go around the horn. 5-4-3 on the double play. And that will do it for the Phils in the 10th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And the Hartford Yard Goats, with the come-from-behind victory, win it in 10 innings. The final score, the Goats 7, the Phils 2. We'll take a timeout back with the postgame show on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network after this.
Empowering
Gear up
communities
for Fightin' Phils season.
at a time.
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear. Plus, throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
hours of all you can eat buffet and drinks.
Is the proud official
Festive
partner
atmosphere
of
with a
ROG
bird's eye
Orthodontics
view of the
Fightin'
visiting
Phils
bullpen.
Join today
Regular
at
season tickets are
Fightin' to get your
$34.
free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirts.
Call us today at
and
610-370-BALL to reserve a spot.
Voted number 1 in Brooks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils. 2 great
Penn State
hometown
Health
partners.
St. Joseph 67 Club is the original hospitality area at
Golden
FirstEnergy
Oaks
Stadium.
Golf Club, located just
Conveniently
Reading.
located along the third base side.
Beautiful.
The 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the
Greens,
hot
lush
corner.
fairways, and
The
a
area
course
is safely
playing for
protected
5
from
sets
line
of
drives
teams.
with a large
Club
stadium
is open to the public with the
Starting
area's
at
best
$34
four-course
a week,
menu,
20 or more
featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports team. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to
Visit
your needs.
rphils.com
Lunch,
or
dinner,
call us at
golf outings, parties,
610-370-7070
company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The tough one tonight for the Fightin' Phils as they lose this one in extra innings by a final score of 7-2. Again, not to be lost, and all of this was an outstanding effort by the starting pitcher tonight for the Fightins, Tyler Phillips, who went 6 innings and did not give up a hit, walked 1, and struck out 9. And the scoring in this one started with the Phils in the first. Matthew Kroon led off the game, batting. He was the leadoff hitter tonight for the Phils. He led it off with a single. Carlos De La Cruz also with an infield single to make it first and second. And then it got around to Nick Podkul after a couple outs, and Podkul hit a high hopper up through the middle that second baseman Eddie Diaz fielded on the shortstop side of the bag and made the off-balance throw low. And ultimately, it was knocked down by Grant Levine. And Matthew Kroon just kept on running around third and came all the way home to score on the play. It was ruled an error on the play by Diaz on the throw that allowed Kroon to score. But the Phils took the lead at 1-0. They then added on to that lead in the fourth on a solo home run by Casey Martin. Again, Martin just called up from Jersey Shore, playing his second game and his first Reading home run. Gets the Phils a lead at 2-0 at that point in time. And it also ultimately spelled one batter later the end of the night for starter Case Williams for the Yard Goats. Andrew Quezada came in, and do not lose sight of what he did in his efforts tonight out of the Yard Goat bullpen. 5 innings pitched, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He held the Phils at bay all the way through the 8th inning and allowed the Yard Goats the opportunity to eventually, finally, break through. The Phils pulled Tyler Phillips after 6 full innings. He threw just 78 pitches, but again, he did not give up a hit and only 1 walk, but they opted to go to the bullpen in the 7th. Brett Schultz pitched the 7th inning and surrendered a walk, but otherwise struck out the side. And in on came Tyler McKay in the 8th. He got the first batter out, Zach Veen. So we were 7 1/3 innings in, and that brought to the plate Vladimir Restituyo, and he drove one out to right field, broke up the no-hitter and the shutout all at the same time. Vladimir Restituyo with his 6th home run of the season made it a 2-1 game in favor of the Phils. Phils then brought on Andrew Baker to try to get the final 3 outs in the 9th. Started the inning by hitting Nico Decolati, struck out Brett Boswell, but then hit the 3rd batter, Hunter Goodman, 1st and 2nd and 1 out. Then he walked Grant Levine to load the bases. Drew Romo then drove a fly ball into right field, deep enough to score Decolati on the tag up, and we were tied at 2. So the Yard Goats tied the game up without the benefit of a hit. Two hit batsmen, a walk, and a sacrifice fly, and we were tied at 2-2. Reading could not get anything in the bottom half of the 9th inning. They went 1-2-3 in the 9th, facing Evan Justice. And so we went to the 10th, and the Phils brought in the new addition, Jake Thompson, to the bullpen, and it did not go well for Jake Thompson. Again, starting with a runner on base in the 10th inning. Under the baseball rules, Zach Veen started at second base. First batter, Restituyo, singled. Veen stopped at 3rd. Then he walked Jack Blumgren to load the bases. Colin Simpson hit a ground ball to Nick Podko, who came home with it, got the lead runner, kept it at a 2-2 tie, and got the first out at the plate. But the bases were still loaded, and then he walked Nico Decolati to drive in the go-ahead run at 3-2. And then Brett Boswell ripped a ground ball down the first base line that rolled all the way to the bullpen on a bases-clearing triple. And that made it a 6-2 game. And then, that made it the 7-2 game. And eventually Thompson was able to get out of the rest of the inning after giving up another double to Levine, and that was it. But it was a 5-run inning for the Yard Goats in the top half of the 10th inning. And so the Phils start the 10th with their runner on second base, Max McDowell. Matthew Kroon struck out. Carlos De La Cruz hit by a pitch, but Johan Rojas hits into a around-the-horn double play. So Rojas grounding into double plays in his last 2 plate appearances for the Phils tonight. And when it's all said and done, the Yard Goats take Game 2 of this series. So an outstanding pitching performance tonight to start through 7 innings plus for the Fightins. But unfortunately, it took them to the 10th. And the offense that was huge last night with 14 runs and 16 hits, not as prolific tonight as the Yard Goats hold them in check in Game 2 of this series. So the Hartford now has evened the series at 1 game apiece. We'll try it again tomorrow night when the Fightin' Phils and the Hartford Yard Goats will go after one another at 7 p.m. The gates for Tompkins Plaza will open up at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. We hope to have Fightin' Phils hitting coach and acting manager Tyler Henson on the pregame show tomorrow night when we have it on tomorrow night down on Tompkins Plaza. Again, gates open up at 7. The Tompkins Plaza, starting first pitch is at 7. The Tompkins Plaza and the gates will open up at 5 o'clock. Fireworks tomorrow night and Friday night as well. Saturday night, don't forget, there's 2 things to make note of for Saturday night's game with the Phils and the Yard Goats. One will be before the game when Penn State football players and Berks County natives Nick Singleton, Joey Schlaffer, and Javen Williams will be here. They'll be signing autographs and signed pictures as well, taking pictures as well in Tompkins Plaza. That'll be before the game Saturday night, and then after the Phils and the Yard Goats play one another at 6:45, It will be Mega Blast fireworks on Saturday night here at the ballpark. And then Sunday is Father's Day. Come on out to treat Dad to a ball game on Father's Day. And all men receive a Reading Phils bucket hat. 610-370-BALL. That's the number to call if you want to order tickets, or you can do so online at ourphils.com. Our Phils are indeed affordable, fun family entertainment. 6,404 came out tonight to watch the Reading Fightin' Phils take on the Yard Goats. Time of the game, 2 hours and 38 minutes. The win goes to Evan Justice. Jake Thompson takes the loss for the Phils in his Reading debut, and Stephen Jones pitched the 10th to get the save for the Yard Goats. That's his first save. For Hartford, 7 runs on 4 hits. They committed 2 errors. They left 5 on base. Reading with just 2 runs on 8 hits. They did not commit an error. They left 8 men on base. Hartford with the win goes to 25-33 on the season. Reading with the loss falls to 22-36. Tomorrow night, the pitching matchup features Mick Abel for the Phils, and Joe Rock will get the ball for the Yard Goats. Rock, a left-hander, and Abel is a right-hander. Again, 7 o'clock is first pitch tomorrow night here in Baseball Town. So once again, the final score, Hartford 7, Reading 2. Evens the series up at 1 game apiece. We'll break the tie with tomorrow night's game. You can hear it right here on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network. For my colleague Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Hope you join us tomorrow night as well, right here, beginning with the pregame show and first pitch of the Phils and the Yard Goats. Better yet, we'd love to see you here at the ballpark. That will do it for tonight's game. As always, thanks for listening, everyone, and have yourselves a great evening. We'll talk to you with more baseball here in Reading tomorrow night.